Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Blessings to you all on tonight. We thank you all again for tuning in and joining us over here at Truth Be Told TV family. We thank you all so much. Now, when you come in, please hit the like button, comment in the comment section, share, and subscribe to our channel. We thank you all so much for tuning in. So tonight, we're going to get right into it. About my boy R.Kelly. So, like I stated, you all please hit the like button, comment, share, and sub to our channel. We thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. So, let me get right to it. I don't have a couple of them up right now, but however, I'm about to introduce to you my boy, Mr. Bass, Cisco the Kid.
Peace and blessings. How was your day? How was your day?
Oh, I won't complain. I'm back at work, so yes.
Yeah, mine was going fine for a little bit there. Messed around and forgot to send out the links to all our people, and I apologize for that. And you can find the link in the chat. All right. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and we are really honored to have you here to spend this time with us. So like, share, subscribe, and be in the comments, and we'll be looking for you. Peace and blessings.
Thank you. Blessings to you, Mr. Bass, and thank you so much for all you do, love.
Thank you.
Okay. So my boy Mister, he coming in a little bit late. You already know he grabbing the bag. He's at work, so he'll be chiming in shortly. So next up, I got my girl, Tips Love too. Tips Love, where you at, boo?
I'm right here with you.
What's up, babe?
I'm good. I see you was being grown this weekend.
Girl, yes. I was being real grown, girl.
I see.
Real grown. So yeah, I went and got my body, went and got me a full body massage. I got acupuncture. They said I couldn't drink no liquor after having the procedure done. But however, I did, and I'm fine. Like nothing happened with me.
You don't follow no directions.
No, I don't. So yeah, so I had a great time, girl. Like
That's good. That's good.
I got lit, girl. I got my body right. Hey, I ate good. Like I had a damn, and I got lots of rest. So I did.
I like that little green outfit, girl.
Girl, and girl. I know, girl. Girl, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was sitting in a little hibachi, letting them make my little filet mignon and my lobsters, and I'm sitting up there, and I was being real fast.
And was still drinking.
I so was turning up, baby. So, how have you been, Pooh?
I've been good. A real chill weekend. It's been good.
All right, baby. Now it's back to the bag, girl.
Oh, back to the basic.
Yeah, I know, right? But taking off here short, I'm going back to Miami. Next month, I'm gonna be out of here for like 4 days. So I'm gonna let y'all just do y'all thing on him, baby. I'm gonna be out of here. Girl, yeah, I gotta go and let my hair down.
You better let your hair down, be here at 9.
Girl. So So what? I gotta tote my backdrop and do all that. My laptop. I'm gonna have to take it with me.
Yep, bring it with you, girl.
All right, girl. All right, now tips. All right, Pooh. So okay. So to everyone in the comment section, we thank you all so much for tuning in to our channel. This is Truth Be Told, where the truth is to be told. And actually, we no longer knew we have actually been here for about a month, almost a month, or going into a month. But this page was created by like-minded individuals that speak truth and nothing but the truth. Okay. So over here, you will get the truth. That's just what it is over here. However, you have my girl Tips Love 2 up here. Also, we have other ones, but they're down in the comment section. My girl Kish, shout out to my girl Kish. Shout out to my girl Lynn, Trey Lynn. Shout out to my girl V. Shout out to everyone that is a part and belongs to the Truth Be Told family, as far as moderators, panels, and brainstormers. Shout out to all you all, and I thank you all so much for tuning in. Also, shout out to all the new people that have joined our Truth Be Told page, the new subs. We thank you all so much for tuning in. So, Tip, what's been going on over there in court, girl? What's going on over there with them people?
Girl, it got me at the edge of my seat.
Girl, you at the edge of your seat, Tip.
Yes, the anticipation.
Girl. So, I really pretty much been seeing like the judge. He kind of I told you he's been wishy washy, but however, he, I'm like, damn, he get pretty decent. He become a decent judge towards the end.
Towards the end. How corny is that?
So I'm like, he become a decent judge at the end, because baby, him and them, it's like he's still taking breaks. Don't get me wrong, but however, they're not excruciating as they've been. So he's been doing a little decent over there.
Too
But
many
however, I
breaks.
see where my girl Gladiator, she's gonna be closing on tomorrow, and then the state has to come to rebuttal behind
Girl,
her.
he's already saying her 8 hours is too much.
Girl, and who gives off?
I
Okay,
hope she used all 8 hours, baby.
she is. So you don't think she's gonna use all of them? Girl,
I
listen
don't
here.
know. The way he be calling breaks, girl.
There you go. There you go. But girl, we got to get into this jury though, girl. We got to get into this jury and see what the fuck. Now, we've been questioning about the jury, right? So as the show go on, we're gonna talk about the jurors and like what play on the plate, because I'm trying to see what play on the plate.
Right. She watched
Did
the
she
whole
get
thing. She
hold
watched the
on?
whole thing.
But did she not only did she get sick because she ain't finna do whatever they got going on? You remember I had stated something about that not too long ago about the juror that they was forcing her to be in there. She had got sick, she was throwing up and little stuff like this. This was another juror pertaining to another case. You remember I was talking about that Tips.
Yeah.
So how is it that ironic that she gets sick or however, and they pull in a motherfucking like they on a football field. Like
Yeah.
so you mean to
At
tell
that
me
point, it should have been a mistrial.
that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at, Tips. Because how in the fuck is it that you pull a whole nother juror in? So what the fuck you mean to tell me this nigga been sitting in he been sitting in the audience listening like I'm lost right there.
Oh no, they've been sitting in there. They had 12 regular, and I think they had 4 or 5 standby.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so girl, I'm about to get deep with it. Tip, you already know it would not be boss lady if I did not say some shit outside the box. So you know where I'm going with this. So we gonna keep on going. We gonna talk about this content that we about to get ready to bring up. And when the time presents itself and pertaining to the jury with the content, then we gonna chop it up by that, because I'm kind of thinking something wrong right there.
Girl,
Something wrong, girl.
you sat there for 3 weeks. You
I,
watched the
I said
video.
I said, tip. Something wrong, girl. I stay outside the box, so you gonna know what boss lady thinking, okay? You gonna know what boss lady over here thinking. I think outside the box. So you gonna know what I'm over here thinking, and you gonna make it make sense for me, okay? Because it makes hell of a lot of
I
goddamn
definitely try.
girl, listen. It makes hell of a lot of damn sense, okay? Tip.
Yeah.
3 weeks, last minute,
3 weeks.
oh,
And
okay.
today you're so sick and not.
Mhm.
She got COVID over the 3-day weekend.
Girl,
She should have did that shit after the 4-day weekend they had. The fuck?
girl. So we gonna shout some people out in the chat, girl, because we gotta talk about this shit, We gotta talk about this tips because I'm trying to see like what's going on over there as far as girl, I'm just trying to see what's going on over there with the jurors. Because everybody around the YouTube streets, like we been saying like we hoping that the jurors ain't paid off like in New York. Like we got some to say about the jurors, right? So do they know that we have a lot to say about the jurors? Well, I'm sure they know. So I'm just trying to see like are they trying to pull another rabbit out that rabbit hole they got?
That's what they doing. I told you I'm on the edge of my seat. 3 weeks in, you watch a trial for it to be the couple of days before deliberation. You said what?
That part. Okay, so let me read a few of these comments, Tip, and then we're gonna get into it. Okay, so shout out to everyone in the comment section. Okay, shout out to the whole Truth Be Told family. Hello, Miss Emma. Hello, Traylene. Once again, my girl Kish, VT, Miss V. Shout out Miss V in the house. I'm a pro set attorney, still trying to get mine in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. And you will get it. Okay, so Cora, we got my boy Cora in the house again. Shout out Cora. What's good, Cora? Kish. All right, Kish. So shout out to everyone in the comment section new to our channel. We ask that you hit the like button, you share, comment, and sub to our channel. We thank you all so much. You can bring another juror in, and if the decision is guilty, just add that jury is appeal besides us. Absolutely, Miss VT. That's where we're hitting it, girl. And Jeremy, Mr. Jeremy Best, he just don't trust the judge. We thank you so much, Jerry. It's new to our channel. Jeremy. I apologize for mispronouncing your name, love, but Jeremy. Jeremy says that I just don't trust the judge. Absolutely, Jerry. I don't either. So shout out to Jerry. He's new on the channel. Also, shout out to Miss VT. She also understands the procedures and what's supposed to be done in the courtroom, okay? Just like we the people do, okay? So shout out to everyone in the comment section. If you're new to our channel, please, once again, hit that like button, share, comment like you all are doing, and sub to our channel, baby. We keep the real over here and nothing but real, okay? So, Mr. will be in here shortly, but until then, Mr. Bass. What's up, babe? We gonna get Mr. Bass to go ahead on the rock with that content. So, here we go, family.
I bet McDavid's decision to testify in his defense was rather a surprise to many. But one thing I know for sure, this was no surprise to R.Kelly, and it sure did not come as music to his ears, nor to his legal team. It's easy to be fooled that McDavid has a soft side for R.Kelly, and dramatic and he is. He successfully pulled this off in his first day of testimony, acting all in support of R.Kelly's innocence, only to make a major U-turn, day 2 of his testimony, evidently throwing R.Kelly under the bus. For R.Kelly, this came as no surprise. McDavid had served as business manager for R.Kelly for years and had gotten rather close to the R&B king, by the time the pair parted ways in 2014. Little, however, is publicly known on how or why the pair went on to fall out. The story McDavid likes to sell is that they fell apart after he testified in R.Kelly's related 2008 trial. McDavid himself testified in the Chicago trial that he and Kelly grew apart after the 2008 trial amid financial disputes, later leading him to quit working for Kelly in 2014. Well, you would have to be naive to buy the story that they fell out as way back as 2008, but only parted ways in 2014, a whole 6 years later. This shows you there is more to the story than meets the eye. McDavid had worked his way up the ladder from his first role of accountant working for R.Kelly. As an accountant, in an establishment like R.Kelly's, a lot of monies were most definitely channeled through, and approved by him. It's no wonder he was too quick to mention the large sums of monies transacted by R.Kelly and his team in his testimony. That could very easily have been a major pain point for him. He evidently had been involved in a good number of dealings that involved large sums of monies. He also happened to be aware of the different lawsuit settlements R.Kelly was involved in, and seems to have had a hard time accepting them for what they were. In his testimony still, he reveals he had a hard time understanding why they had to made such large settlements, even though Jerry Margolis, who served as Kelly's attorney then, endeavored to explain to him that it was the cost of doing business for a celebrity, explaining how even a mere rumor of what the suits alleged could impact Kelly's image and career greatly. McDavid's position in all these confessions seems to reveal a salient fact about him. That maybe, just maybe, to him, money has actually always mattered over R.Kelly's own image and reputation. When McDavid graduated to business manager role after R.Kelly had fallen out with his former business manager, his influence in the finance department did not die out. If anything, it instead grew much stronger. It was then that he slowly, but carefully orchestrated a plot to progressively defraud R.Kelly, having studied his perception towards money over the years. Of course his moves were very carefully planned out that R.Kelly never got to know for years. In fact, it was not until 2013 that R.Kelly, through some of his advisors, started suspecting there was some foul play in his finances. Investigations later pointed to McDavid, but there was a lack of concrete, incriminating evidence to back up the claims. Nevertheless, the pair agreed to part ways the following year, and chose to keep it out of the public eye, lest it impacted on R.Kelly. Now, following their highly unpublicized fallout, and as a co-defendant in the trial, his desire to get himself off the hook, there was surely nothing fully compelling McDavid to say only the truth about R.Kelly, definitely not. It's no wonder Bonjean had always pushed for the cases to be severed, although this happened to fall on deaf ears. Clearly, having R.Kelly's case heard together with his co-defendants was a real downside for R.Kelly and his legal team, as their individual interests were inevitably bound to conflict. McDavid was however smart enough to try make himself as believable as possible to the jury, by first capturing the truth as is, almost in sync with his 2008 testimony, and later making a disturbing U-turn, claiming he had learned a lot about R.Kelly from this very trial, as if to insinuate it was never his plan all along. One other person that was never convinced with McDavid's day one narrative must have been Jennifer Bonjean, who had seemingly already read into McDavid's plan to earn the jury's trust, before he could throw R.Kelly under the bus. Our only hope now is that the jury is as critical as Bonjean at reading character, and will see through all the theatrics that McDavid has played, and pick out only the knowledge on who R.Kelly really is, a generous, loving and caring individual, that never once indulged with minors. This, together with what they have already managed to gather from the lies and fabrications of prosecution's witnesses, should help sway the jury in R.Kelly's favor come ruling. More so, now with the closing statements scheduled for Monday, R.Kelly and his co-defendants' fates now lie majorly in the hands of the jury. R.Kelly and his team have a lot of hope in the Chicago jury, majorly due to its composition. But we also can agree that there has been a relatively fair representation of R.Kelly's real self in this trial, unlike the New York one, and the jury, also with Bonjean's constant objectivity reminders throughout the trial, are bound to be more objective than the New York jury. Most of R.Kelly fans and supporters equally have faith in this Chicago jury and are optimistic that they will rule in favor of R.Kelly, based solely on their findings throughout this trial. Howard says, "We all have faith in this Chicago jury since R.Kelly and his legal team was largely involved in the whole jury selection process, and they tried to make sure that most of their demands were considered. First, we are sure that all potential jurors that exhibited signs of any prejudice were excused, and only those who seemed objective enough to provide a fair and unbiased deliberation and subsequent ruling were allowed. Also, based on the fact that a good number of the jury are black, we can expect them to relate better with R.Kelly's challenges as a black man with fame and money, as he peaked his career. This too should make the jury more objective and possibly rule in R.Kelly's favor. My only worry is in the continued signs of prejudice from Judge Harry Leinenweber, who has continually come up with frustration after frustration. It is very hard to know what he has up his sleeve next. He is so full of surprises, and now, with the kind of pressure he is under to conclude the trial on a deadline, we might just as well pray he doesn't come up with yet another frustrating ruling, this late into the case." Laura says, "We have now come to the long-awaited part of the trial. We can only be confident that the jury will be as objective, fair and just as possible to pass a fair ruling on R.Kelly and his co-defendants. Although McDavid went on to disappoint us by throwing R.Kelly under the bus in his testimony so late into the trial, all I wish for him is freedom, and I still hope the ruling by the jury is in favor of all the defendants. Just like we have all been constantly reminded over and over again, in such cases as these, it is not upon the defendants to prove themselves innocent, but the prosecution to prove the defendants guilty, and they did a very shoddy job at this, to say the least. It is always hard to prove something that is not true, and it is no wonder they were unable to come up with any concrete, incriminating evidence to support their claims. What we can hope for now is that the jury is not compromised, and that they rule objectively with the sole purpose of serving justice. We can only wait and hope for the best out of this." That's all we had for you today. Please let us know in the comments section below if you feel that McDavid's testimony will still greatly harm R.Kelly's case. We value your honest opinion.
All right, all right, all right. Shout out to LFN Media, who brings the truth. Also, shout out to Justice for R.K. Instagram. Also, shout out Twitter to my girl Megan, John, Dave. Shout out to all those guys over there on Twitter who brings us the truth from the courtroom. And like I said, shout out to each and every last one of them because we do use their content over here, as well as we go and search for our own. We just, love to post the truth. So Tip, did you hear what he said? Hopefully if the jury is not compromised.
Yep. And then look what happens.
Hold up. But I want to say that this woman had a heart. I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
Let's hear it.
You know how when we were kids and coming up and we had to sit in the classroom, and as we had to sit in the classroom, what did we do to try to get out of that class? If we didn't want to do shit that the teacher wanted us to do, like do our work, what would we do?
Try any way to get out of it.
Bingo. So do you think that she wasn't one of the ones that would be compromised? So she came with what she came with to get the fuck up out of there because she didn't want to be a part of it?
That could be it too. There's so many different
I told you
factors.
I got it. I told you, Tip, I stay outside the box over here, okay? So automatically, as the attorney said, that's in our chat, Miss VT. Okay, so where the fuck do they do that at? Like automatically mistrial. Like how in the hell do at the last minute of closing arguments you bring another juror in? What the fuck if he wasn't listening and paying attention to shit?
I have no idea.
Can you help me make it make sense? Because I don't understand. And then also,
I definitely can't help you. I told you I was so
girl,
stuck today that towards was it after the break that this
after the break. So is they torturing them? True be told, just want to know, are they over there trying to make them jurors do something that don't be surprised if some don't return? They say they sick and a lot going on with them come tomorrow now. Hello?
I mean, that's crazy. You knew the job you signed up for. I thought them niggas can go to jail too.
Allegedly, yeah, that's what they said. Like if they, that's what I've always thought. That if you shoot, hook, or do whatever outside of jury duty or whatever, whatever. So I see a mistrial, like as Miss V say, is Jennifer doing 8-hour close? Listen, the judge, she's doing 105 minutes, correct, Tips Love too? Okay, so from my understanding, Tips, if you can help me out, but from my understanding, the judge is granting her like 105 or 110 hours, a minutes or something, minutes.
For what?
Minutes. No, my apologies. 105 or 110 minutes for closing on tomorrow.
Oh, 105.
Okay, so he's only granting her 105 minutes, correct? So it's 60 minutes to an hour, right? So that's what. Excuse me. That's what he's granting her. But however, the government, the corrupt ass government, will be going behind her to do their rebuttal or whatever. And the judge is giving them 45 minutes or 50 minutes or something like that I read.
Yeah, I think it's like 50 something minutes.
Okay. So it's about 50, anywhere between 45 to 50 something. However it is, it's something with that 5 in it, and I be reading so damn much to like I have a lot cluttered on my brain. So yes, it's somewhere in between there. But however, the corrupt state, the corrupt government will be going behind Jennifer Bogine. But however, I think Gladiator got this one in a hat. I mean, listen, she has done damn good thus far, Tips. And I think that her closing tomorrow, she gonna hit that shit out of the field. And pretty much, like, to be honest, like God is exposing the government over there, even talking about what I read earlier about Freeman. Was it Freeman or one of their witnesses? They're talking about is despicable. They used the word, the government used the word for one of their witnesses as despicable.
Yeah, I think that was Freeman. He said Freeman behavior is despicable, but
Exactly.
they shouldn't worry about his behavior. They should listen to, I don't know what the hell they should listen to.
So that's not a good look. So you admitted that your people that you put up there to lie and do whatever, yeah, they was despicable. Right?
I'm telling you, that's crazy, right?
Very crazy.
Them the
But
same witnesses you brought.
my point exactly. So if you bought these witnesses, the ones that you gave immunity deals to, that they set up there on that damn court, up on that damn stand and told all them lies and scheming and extortionists, and I call it how I see it. You know what I'm saying? It's a duck, it's quacking, it's a goddamn duck, okay? If it quack, that's what it is. It's a duck, right, Tip? Okay? So I'm just not understanding. However, let me read a few of these comments. Again, the foolery in this case never ends. Exactly, B. BT said, I see a mistrial. However, BT, I see a mistrial. I see a, listen, if they do come with any shit, he will automatically be released through his appeals. Please listen to me, y'all. We've been talking about through these YouTube streets. We've been talking about, have these jurors been bought like the jurors in New York? We know what the hell we see. We're not slow. We're not stupid. You can't piss on us and tell us it's raining. We are of conscience over here, as well as a lot of more people are of conscience. So my thing is, I'm not sure if they've been bought or whatever the case may be, or either they trying to get to the jurors. That's maybe why the one got the hell up out of there today. Who's to say what they got going on with them jurors? We don't know, okay? We the people don't know. So Corey says that's not long enough. That's not fair. Corey, true that. We know that. But however,
But
you
that's not the
already know.
problem. He's thinking 8 hours because they said 8 hours total for everybody.
For everybody. But no, I get what Corey's saying, Tips. Corey's like, that's not long enough when we just told him how long the judge gave Bonjean 105 minutes, right? So if you add that up, that's like an hour and something. Like that's not even 2 fucking hours. You get what I'm saying? So that's why Corey's saying like that's just not enough, which I do agree, because you got to remember, Tip, the motherfucker closed down on last Wednesday talking about electrical problem. So why she can't be rewarded the hours that she want and whatever. Because they shut the courtroom down last week. They missed the day right there. So I don't understand.
Horrible.
Mm-hmm. That judge full of shit. I told you that. He did a little better today, but however, some don't sit right with him, period. Okay, so Cora says again, Jennifer Bonjean needs a knockout uppercut punch. Closing arguments. Really, the corrupt judge really should have given Jennifer more time. Absolutely, I do agree, Cora. The judge should have done a lot of shit that he did not do. Vice versa, So very suspect, absolutely. So Miss VT said God gave Jen a blessing to go home, get a nice sleep to come tomorrow and open the juror's eyes. Big old, like one of the government's witness online dancing to R.Kelly, and she told the juror R.Kelly is. Okay, so BT is a innocent black. She told the jurors that R.Kelly is an innocent black man victim. Okay, so so listen, Miss VT, this is the thing. I ain't gonna lie. I seen her TikTok. She made me do a TikTok to the leg shaking. So that's the one you talking about. Yes. Watching her up there, honey, she was going at it. She was going at it with her leg shaking. So she promoted me to do the leg shaking. You know what I'm saying? So she was so worried that allegedly supposed to be a victim, but she over there cutting up leg shaking like hell to the leg shaking. But however, moving forward, there are no victims. There has never been any victims. All of these are willing participants. Also, there are no minors. I have yet to see a minor. I have yet to even prove a child. I have yet to see a child in this case, period. So, make it make sense. I don't understand. But however, family, we about to get to the content. So, Mr. Bass, if you can you go ahead on and scroll those shots for me? Hi, King Cox. Shout out to King Cox. King Cox in the building. Thank you again, love, for tuning in to Truth Be Told another night. So, for those who you all don't know, when Truth Be Told go live, we go live on Monday through Fridays at 9 p.m. Thursdays, we go live at 9:30 p.m. So, welcome back, King Cox. Okay, family, let me get to my content. Okay. I should have had it pulled up already, but, running my gums. Anywho, so, okay. Okay. Okay, so here's the content of which happened and what was going on today in the courtroom. Unfortunately, shout out to my boy Jason over there on on the social media, baby. Shout out to Jason. Okay, so I'm just gonna say corrupt judge says the jury reported that she doesn't think she can go on 1 minute more, and that waiting overnight would not help. She'd be replaced by an alternate juror, number 83, a male, white, in his 60s. 60-ish mean like he's about 60. Correct, Tip? Okay, so
correct.
What the hell he doing? He up there, he ain't too far from the corrupt judge then, huh? The hell, why don't let these old folks go home and rest? Goddamn, let them kick back and chill. Keep throwing these old ass people in the courtroom. Shit, some of them got hearing aids in. Okay, so judge is reminded the juror about prosecutors' opening statement that Brown helped Kelly hide his dark side, saying it preposterous and there was no such evidence. The government presents a good story, but it's not true. If you all want to know who Judge is, that's actually Mary Judge. No, it's not the judge, the actual judge, but it's Mary Judge. Okay, there she is. So Mary Judge, the government in this case has found hold on, y'all. I have to see my my content. So baby, see it, baby. Yeah, Boss Lady ain't got her glasses on. I don't All right. Okay, the government in this case has failed miserably to prove knowledge. Proof beyond a reasonable doubt is not just language. The government has to prove that Milton Brown knew beyond a reasonable doubt what the videos depicted. Okay, Mary Judge kicks off her closing argument for Milton June Brown by telling jurors, I promise I won't yell at you as much as Bayou yelled before. Okay, so Mary Judge says there's no explanation why Milton Brown would commit a crime, a reprehensible crime for R.Kelly. They are trying to create a fictional bond that did not exist. Okay, breaking news. It says one of the R.Kelly jurors is having a panic attack and doesn't believe she can continue, the judge says. Judge says it's juror number 44 who works for a public library. The 7th juror selected. My inclination is to excuse her, what the corrupt judge says, okay? Okay, judge is done. Jury going home until 9 a.m. Tuesday, which is 9 a.m. on tomorrow. When Kelly's attorney, Bonjean, aka Gladiator, will deliver her closing arguments, followed by prosecution rebuttal, jury instructions, and then deliberation. The jury should have the case by early to mid-afternoon. Okay. Mary Judge carrying R. Kelly's bags, even if they did contain child pornography videos, is not enough if Milton Brown had no knowledge of what was on the tapes. Okay, so Judge Liebenweber denies her motion for mistrial, but he will let her hold off on giving her closing statements on R. Kelly's behalf until tomorrow, to give her as much time as possible to make her case. So Milton Brown's closing statements will be next. Okay, so these are Bojine words. I come into this trial with three parties that are saying, yeah, R. Kelly is guilty. Kelly's attorney, Bojine, aka Gladiator, says repeating that she believes is highly prejudicial. Juror 44 is a white female in her 30s, at least in my estimation. She said during jury selection, she'd seen headlines about Kelly's allegation, but had not seen survivor R. Kelly. Did you just hear this shit, Tip?
Can you believe that? Do you believe
Can
that?
you just, but can you hear this shit? Can you hear this shit, Tip? Did you just hear this shit? This is my thing. Whatever the fuck happened to, you asking people why jury selection going on, which we already know the judge was rushing every the fuck thing, even the jurors, okay? So if the judge was rushing even the jurors, how the fuck do they allow the jury to be able to get up there for anything when they've already seen the case?
That's what I've been telling y'all for the past 3 weeks. We were already messed up from day one when they allowed the jury to have either watched Surviving R. Kelly or have heard about the incident going on.
Like stated.
That is not a fair trial because I dang on show don't want my enemy or somebody who have prejudgment of me sentencing me.
Exactly. So that was fucked up by itself right there. That was fucked up within itself right there. How in the fuck do you allow jurors to sit there knowing they had to watch whatever they watch, Surviving R. Kelly, which we already know, Tip. Like everybody in their mama seen either Surviving R. Kelly, what was said and how it's being said. Everybody across the world seen this shit. Young, black, old, white, purple, blue, green, whoever, everybody seen this.
Gail did an interview. I mean, every news people was talking and interviewing those little girls. How in the world is that fair?
It's not, and it wasn't. It wasn't fair to me, period. So, okay, we're gonna continue with the comment, but however, let me read this statement that Ms. VT said. Ms. VT said Robert is a victim. Absolutely. VT, that's the only victim that we seen, which was Chaos. He is the only victim in this whole case. Period. Okay, so, and showing the world the truth that all of them lied. Yes, the person on the videotape wasn't 14, no, years old and told on herself with the liquor. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely, Miss BT, you are absolutely correct. Trying the world you can fly without ID and told her age with the vehicle. Absolutely. I mean, we render that over here, Miss VT, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to travel with ID. And if you are younger and of age, I know this because my kids, they also have traveled. I love to travel. You're going to travel with a flight attendant. So, there's and talking about them having a code and all this shit when they fly, tell that shit to the birds. But anywho, we're going to get back to the content. So, all right. Okay, so she's talking now about Brown carrying the gym bag where Kelly allegedly stored his sex tapes. Also, Tim, who the fuck walking around here with some sex tapes? Like, you really got to be sick and out your rabbit ass mind. That's what another thing I don't believe in. You got to be ignorant to buy some shit like this. Who the fuck walking around with a duffel bag full of sex tapes?
Ask them. That's the story, and they all told the same story that don't even make no sense. After Lisa Van Horn started that rumor in 2008, every girl has came with that same lie. I think Israel them said it was an iPad, right?
Yep. Because that's what the fuck they was coached to say. That was their script. I literally think that them corrupt ass government, this shit is a movie. That's what the fuck they gave their ass as a script. Every allegedly, that shit ain't allegedly because it's out there. But however, over here, truth be told, everything we say over here is allegedly. However, we use this for educational purpose and entertainment only. But however, it is what the fuck it is. Listen, every last one of them said the same shit. Down to, if they weren't saying, I was going to run away, kill myself. They was hollering, they all was this and that. And everybody said the same shit. It's like the government gave all them bitches the same script to read off of. Nothing was different. That alone should tell you that they were lying, right?
That's just crazy. I told y'all. It's just watching a bad movie.
Exactly. But you know what? Sometimes, like when you watch those crazy bad movies, like sometimes the end will be good as fuck, Tip, right?
Definitely do. That's why I said I'm riding this one out.
Girl, I'm tuning in, girl. I'm tuning in. Okay. So back to the content, which reminds me, his sex tapes, which reminds me of Sam Adams Jr. line in his 2008 closing. We're supposed to believe Kelly goes around with a duffel with a bag of porn tapes everywhere he goes, like some porno Santa Claus. True that. So, okay, Jennifer Bojeen, aka my girl Gladiator, is now moving for a mistrial, saying Brindley closing statement implied R. Kelly's guilt and that is prejudicial. To try Kelly and McDavid together. Repeatedly, the implication was if McDavid knew then what he knew now, it would be different. Brindley wrapping up now by saying the prosecution has failed to meet their burden of proof, saying all the government has against McDavid is guilt by association via his proximity to R. Kelly. They promised you clear proof and they did not deliver. In the end, isn't that all you need to know? Brindley says with that, he asked the jury to find McDavid not guilty. The judge calls for 15-minute break. You know what, Tip? Then here it is again. I think with that's why Bojeen keep on Gladiator. That's why my girl Gladiator keep on saying about, she keep putting it up there about a mistrial. It's like she keep on, because you know they have to sit on side the judge and type everything up, right? She keep on asking the judge for a mistrial and she just keep on automatically saying a mistrial because we all see and know what the fuck has taken place. So even with that being said, by her asking for a mistrial and keep doing all this and she keeps getting denied, that's what automatically makes R. Kelly great for an appeal and automatically overturned, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's how it goes. Miss VT, if I'm correct, please answer me if I'm correct. That's automatically gonna overturn it. His appeal gonna be overturned. I mean, that's just what I think. Actually, that's how it's actually according to Alabama law. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's automatically overturned. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep stating that if they come with this fuck shit, this man is going to, it's going to be through his appeals. That's why I keep saying it. I think Corey said it as well. Shout out to Sir Miguel. Good evening, Sir Miguel. Welcome back to Truth Be Told, love. We thank you so much for your support. Welcome back, love. Also, if anyone would like to come up, you all can just hit the link and come up here to to engage with us on the panel. If you do, if you do, if you don't, that's fine. But we thank you all so much for tuning in again another night. Okay, so Tips, Miss VT as well as Miguel said absolutely that is correct. Because I know that's what goes on in Alabama. Like it automatically is overturned. You get what I'm saying? So either way it goes, that's what it is. They gotta free him. I don't give a fuck how they want to do it, or what they don't want to do, but they got to, despite of, okay? Okay, so Bojeen calls for another mistrial, arguing that the presumption of innocence has been abolished. for R. Kelly through today's closing arguments. The judge denies the motion. Here we go with this fuck nigga shit. Listen, baby, you know evil is fucking evil, right? And however, saying all that to say this is, listen, sometimes, you know, when them demons be so fucking evil, it's just like, you know, motherfucker, damn, you back at it again. Like, I thought maybe when he went home and he wouldn't have woke up. Let me keep going. Them motherfuckers evil. It's like, Lord, but you said they all belong to you. Even these evil motherfuckers, these evils, okay? So, so before he leaves, the judge says Bojine has 105 minutes for her arguments on tomorrow. Then prosecutors have another 57. So I was correct. I said that the judge had gave Gladiator 105 minutes, and they gave the prosecution either 45 or 55. I knew it was somewhere with a 5, but it was 55 minutes after Gladiator to, you know, do their rebuttal or whatever else. So, hey, welcome, Sir Miguel. Good evening. How are you, love?
Truth be told, TV, how you doing, beloved? And Queen, Miss Tip Love too.
Hey.
I just wanted to step in real quick and just let everybody know God has Robert no matter what happens.
Amen.
At the end of the day, when evil comes out, it's doing its job, but at the end of the day, God's gonna finish it.
Amen.
He's gonna be fine. Don't let these people knock you off your square, because at the end of the day, we have the victory. God is molding R. Kelly into Robert Kelly, to the man that he wants him to be and needs to be when he's set free. Because Robert Kelly has a ministry for the masses that's going to be seen like no other. His voice was used for the secular world, but his voice is going to be used for God's purpose, so people can see that God can change anybody.
Thing, Sir Miguel, you better confirm it. Say it one more again for the people that didn't hear you. I need you to say it, Sir Miguel, one more again for the people that didn't hear you. Because guess what? God is a good God. You just came over here and gave the confirmation that truth be told already put out there. So I want you to say it one more again for the people that didn't hear it. I said that, listen, through this here, the people, okay, the people gonna know that he is God. So keep going, Miguel. Sir Miguel, keep going.
God is going to use Robert Sylvester Kelly to show people who God is. At the end of the day, his purpose is in God's hands, and his will is for God's will and not man's will. God used R. Kelly to show people, okay, I got a voice. It was used for the secular world, but his voice is going to be used to change people's minds and heart and let them know that God can use and change anybody, whether you're a celebrity or not. He was just used as a vessel and a tool for him to sit down for a little while so God can mold him into the man that he needs to be. R. Kelly was the brand. God needs the man, Robert Sylvester Kelly, to be the man that God needs him to be.
Yes. I'm going to tell you like this, Sir Miguel. I told y'all, I don't know why when I say Robert or R. Kelly, I think about Job. I just need you to hear me, okay? I don't know why when I speak of Robert Kelly, I speak and think of Job. Can you help me out with that, Sir Miguel?
The reason why you think of Job, because everything that Job lost, he lost in 6 months. He lost it quickly. Now, see how fast R. Kelly lost everything in 3 years? But when Job received his back, he received it tenfold.
Okay, come on.
So now watch how God worked. Robert Sylvester Kelly is going to receive it tenfold. It don't have nothing to do with money or material. It has to do with his spiritual and his spiritual and mental makeup. In other words, when God brings him out, you're not going to see R. Kelly. You're going to see the Job R. Kelly or Robert Sylvester Kelly that God needed y'all to see. Because not only that, Robert Sylvester Kelly has kept his mouth shut for the longest. Why? because God needed him to say, "Peace, be still."
Hey, Miguel, you sit right here. You ain't gonna get off this panel. Yes, Lord. Yes.
So,
You gonna
with
sit
that
right
being said, call me crazy if you want to,
here. Mm-mm.
because I am. I'm crazy for the man who sent me, and that's
Okay.
God Himself. Because
Amen.
even I had to be broken in order to serve and understand who God was. Though I was so called saved and baptized with water as a kid in the 6th grade,
Hmm.
I wasn't truly baptized yet because I wasn't baptized in the spirit that God needed to me be in.
Oh, okay. Amen.
So the church walls didn't save me. It was God who
It was
saved me.
God Himself that saved you. Okay, now, so that's why I have to get it. I have to come a little correct for the people of the church. Okay, I have to come a little correct for the people in the church. Okay, I have to let them know that He and them, and God and He and Him and Him and them. But the church don't save you. Okay.
Sure
God
don't.
does the saving, not the church, not your pastor that you go and praise that man every Sunday because they not praising God no more. They praising the pastor. I'm just here to keep it all the way real. You understand me? So,
And if you
I just
if you want me to keep it a buck, I asked somebody one time. I said, all
hmm,
of a sudden now they want to use first lady of the church.
hmm,
Really?
okay.
Y'all better
Really?
recognize. Y'all better recognize them names don't have no power. So
Oh,
be
okay.
careful how you using them.
Okay. Okay. That part. We ain't finna even go there.
So I'm gonna leave that alone for now.
Okay, that's another subject when we talk about the church. Okay, because
Definitely another subject.
we be the church. You understand me? So yeah, a lot of people just got to twist it like you got to run to the church. Oh no, 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 no! You ain't got to run to the church. You run to the church because you trying to see Pastor them and everybody else and everything else going on in the church, or to hear what happened to who and when whoever came here and went there and said that and did that. Okay, but anywho, like you said, Sir Miguel, we're gonna leave that for another day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But all this way I keep telling everybody, what I'm saying, like I said, speaking of R. Kelly, you know, I think of Job. And R. Kelly had a lot of questions as to why him. God said, why not you? Because
Exactly.
he was considered. God had considered him because he wanted Robert to be strengthened. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a lot of internal, what a lot of people do not understand, that Robert had a lot of internal hurt
Exactly.
that God can clean up. You understand me? He had a lot of questions, you understand me, that needed it to be answered. However, they were answered through Christ Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think the people understand, but they're gonna understand. They're gonna understand after everything transpires. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, no matter what man may be doing or trying to do, God has the last say so as said. So no matter if they bought the juror or buy the juror or whatever, that's why I said I think what went on with the juror on today. You mean to tell me you sat in through 3 whole weeks now? Excuse me, family. You sitting in through 3 whole weeks now, and you allegedly got sick on today. So help me make it make sense. Either they came with something, she's not with it, she's not trying to do it, or either she was the one that was maybe quivering and shaking in her boot, and God was sitting up there condemning her, and she couldn't sit there. So help me make it make sense. I'm just saying.
Hey, it's all plausible
Hmm. Hmm.
because if you think about it, every time it get close to the end of his case,
It's something.
it's always some chaos, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the devil loves chaos.
Order out of chaos. God don't
So
operate it.
exactly.
Mm.
So like I told people before, God placed Bonjean at the right time, at the right place, and the right purpose for him,
Mm-hmm.
so she can speak on his behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else really could do it.
No.
And
Look at
people
the
may
other
say, well,
attorneys. Look at the other attorneys he had. When they're like Bojing,
exactly.
nothing like him.
And if you think about the tattoo she has on her shoulder, it says not guilty.
Mm, mm,
See, this woman saw the unjust in
mm-hmm.
her career long before even dealing with. See, people just think she just came on the scene because of Bill Cosby. No, check her resume. The lady been putting in work for a long time.
You know what I said, Sir Miguel?
Yes, ma'am.
I said Bo Jean was planning for the injustice. I said,
Hmm.
I've been saying this on quite a few lives that she was planning.
Hmm.
And she's planning for those, you got your good and you got your evil. Choose a side. She's
Hmm.
planning to expose and deal with the corrupt or the evil. That's what
Hmm.
I said she was planning.
Oh yeah, because if you think about it, she and even what's
Excuse
his
me,
name?
Sir Miguel. Excuse me,
Yes,
Sir
ma'am.
Miguel. I don't mean to cut you off.
Hmm.
But Miss Pretty Girl ALT. We have somebody in the chat by the name of Miss Pretty Girl ALT. She says, you people are something. So you think God is going to overturn the 30? Miss Pretty Girl AT, God does the impossible. Yes, he is. And sister, if you would like, you can hit the link to our channel, come up here to the panel, and let's have an open dialogue. And we're gonna see why you feel the way that you feel. Are you led by what somebody telling you, or are you actually have a spiritual eye to sit there and see and look to see what's going on, and you can't see far in
No,
the
she's
spiritual?
led by the media. The
Yeah,
media
that's
only
what I'm trying to see. She don't see in the spiritual world. She don't see in the spiritual aspect of everything, as well as she's probably not even looking. It's just she's casting in her mind that he's already guilty. But that's her opinion. Maybe she one of them sleep sisters. But however, Miss Pretty Girl ALT, you are freely to come up on our panel to be able to dialogue and help us understand, because sweetie, your God is a good God for you to say, so we think God can overturn 30 years, baby. Guess what? God wake you up every day, all day. God does the impossible. So let me tell you, sister, if you didn't know about God or what God does the impossible. Okay? Man can't, but God can. I hope that helps you out a little bit. So you can keep going, Mr. Sir. Miguel, keep going.
And I agree with that, because if you think about even the and I said this on other panels, I said we're going to hear things in Chicago that we probably didn't hear before,
Mm-hmm.
and expect the unexpected. And guess what? A lot of stuff came out that we didn't know,
Absolutely.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I'll say this, and I didn't see the tape back then,
Mm-hmm.
but from my understanding, they said the tape didn't have no audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why all of a sudden this so-called tape had audio on it?
Oh, okay. The one I seen, they had no audio. Okay,
Saying
so
okay,
Miguel,
saying X,
I
Y,
was
and Z,
in my
right?
teens. I was in my teens then, Miguel. Like I said, I just turned 42 on Thursday. I was in my teens then. So yes, back then, yeah, the tape did have no audio. Period. So okay. So
So
but so called now is saying she's saying 14.
right,
no,
so 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 let's keep that in mind.
Mhm.
And for those of y'all that want to go along with the whole narrative of 14, this, that, and the third, and so forth and so on, keep that right there, because I'm gonna tell you something.
Mm.
The young lady who said, and I'm gonna call her name out, Rashonda. She said
Rashawn.
it was her in the tape, right? But for all this time, you said it wasn't you. And based on the still pictures I've seen other people put up
Mm-hmm.
side by side, that ain't that child in that tape. She only saying that because the government got her by her
The government
got her
took.
by the neck.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Okay.
The
So
government. Okay, here we go again, and Mr. Sir Miguel, I'm not going to interrupt you. Okay,
oh
you
no, it's all good. It's
You
all good.
will sit here, my beloved king. You will sit here and you will constantly speak on the actual truth about it all. But however, Miss Pretty Girl Black AL, Miss Pretty Girl ALT, whatever, I'll chat with you in a little bit, little mama. But come on, let's keep going, Mr. Summergate.
So just from the still photos I've seen people put up, that's not that young lady. That's another young lady. Then on top of that, it also came out that Robert wanted that tape back because it was Lisa Van Allen,
His wife.
Andrea, and
Yes.
his wife doing the threesomes. Why?
Yep.
Because he wanted to protect his children and his wife.
His wife. Yes. Yes.
Nobody knew that.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, if he liked underage women, why would you lie about your age in the first place and go get a fake ID?
Exactly. Exactly. Come
So
on,
let's
Tip.
not so let's not play stupid and dumb.
Okay. Let's go tiptoe to
Not even just that, right? And I give them the credit of the past '08 trial. I give them that, right? In 2000, right after '08, '09, '10, '11, why was y'all still going to Robert Sylvester house? If he
okay.
was such a bad person, why was
Right.
y'all parents dropping y'all over there? Why in the world would you want a man to tell you you'll be the next Aaliyah? That should give you chill bumps on your body of disgust to be an individual and not somebody else who died
Okay.
on a plane at a young age. I wouldn't want myself to be referenced as that young lady. No offense to her, right? She lived her life. She died on a plane. I don't want my death to be on a plane. I don't want to be the next Aaliyah. We had grown people in 2019, 2018, and this is for Miss Pretty, whatever, an audience. So you explain to me, because I never ever told y'all Robert is guilty of being ignorant.
Yes, he's guilty
Guilty
of being
of
gullible. He's guilty of allowing these trashy tramps to his heart. He's guilty for having a good freaking heart, a good fucking heart. Okay, so that's what he's guilty of. But keep on tips. Also, not to mention, if he was so much of this and doing so much of that, please tell me why were they taking their children there?
Thank you. That's what I asked him, right? So after that, you got Israel, you got Jocelyn, you got so many others. You got Brittany, you got all these other girls on here. And Robert's being charged for Brittany, and she didn't even take the stand. Coward out. He's getting charged for video number 4 when nobody ever seen video number 4.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
And R.Kelly ran away because the kitchen got hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why Drea packed her bags and left, right? Like I tell a lot of people, if you have not been interrogated by the police, to sit in a room for hours, you cannot tell me anything. I've watched some of the people I thought was the toughest crumble. So you can't say that, oh, why did she leave? She left because her back was against the wall. It's either, hey, and you see she still ain't testified yet. She went to do a video surviving R.Kelly that she got paid for. If Israel thought that, Drea thought that he was so wrong, why she ain't testify in court?
Not only that, why she still carrying on that last name? I
Thank
will
you.
go pause to it. Hold on. Also, I'm gonna continue to let you talk, Tip, but I gotta say this and I gotta get this out, y'all. I gotta say this and I gotta get this out for Miss what's her name? Miss Pretty ALT, whatever. Babe, I'm gonna tell you something. See, when you talking to a victim, let me just let Miss Truth Be Told, aka Miss Boss Lady, the host of Truth Be Told TV. Let me break it down to you. See, when you are a victim, you know a victim when you know a victim, okay? I'm a victim. That's why I love to talk about this case and everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on here, they already know the deal. They know what's what. You understand me? I am a victim. That's why I know that they were not victims. You understand me? And how dare they all walk in shoes that I have had to go through as a woman at a young age. You understand me? So yes, Miss Boss Lady is a victim. I experienced that. So for them to walk around and pretend like these things happen to them, when you have a woman that has endured this since she was young and went through all of this and had her innocence taken away from her, that's why I speak on it. You understand me? So keep going, Tip.
That's another good point you made, right? A victim doesn't continue to go and hang out with their accuser.
Their
Right?
abuser.
Their
Listen,
abuser.
we do not listen. When someone has taken advantage of you, when someone has done wrong to you, period, you do not want to be around that person. You hope for the worst for that person, etc. The list goes on. You understand me? And it's just the pain within you for that person that has treated you wrong or did harmful things unto you. So that's why I get, in the place that I get about it, because like I said, I am a victim. I was once a victim. You understand me? So there are no victims. You have no victims here, period. There are no victims here. Period. Okay,
I'm
Tip.
sorry, I dropped off. But
Yeah,
that's what I want to explain
oh,
to everybody when we want to put blames, right? God gave us children. Our only job as parents are to keep our kids safe and
yes.
alive, right?
And when you are a victim, guess what? What you went through, you're not going to allow yours to go through it. That's why I said, okay, the allegedly so-called victims, you mean to tell me she took her child? Let me tell you something. I have been overprotected over mine due to what happened to me. You understand me? Mine ain't never been in nobody's house, getting no sleepover. I don't trust shit. I don't give a damn who you is because I was taken advantage of by my uncle. Somebody that was
Definitely.
supposed to take care of me, love me, and keep me from harms. You understand me? So miss me with that bullshit.
And every
So she
time the
coming over here
story
like this,
changes.
that, this, that. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a victim, so I know how victims are and how they operate. And those are not fucking victims. And I
You
stand on
don't
it.
forget when you met somebody. You don't forget when trauma happened to you.
Yes.
I don't care how
You
old
ain't
you
gonna
are.
forget
You
shit.
do not
You're not going
forget.
to forget the positions, the touches, that you're not gonna forget shit. Okay? Keep going, Tip. Let's go.
Yeah, so
Go ahead, talk about our check.
when they say things like that, I understand. Robert had a case in '08. Why in the world did you carry your children back there? Why in the world would you allow your child to stay at somebody's house for 13, 14, 15 years? Years. These people stay years. It's like, you no wonder why they call Robert daddy. Because he was a father role model to them because their own parents was nowhere there. Because if Robert had my kid, I'll go to jail every day for trespassing because I would be outside of his motherfucking house telling him to run me what's mine.
Absolutely.
None of them did that. They only did that when the news started happening. All of
Mm-hmm.
them ate money for years. These are people who are telling me that they were so hurt. Lisa, you brought your child back to Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You left your abusive baby father and you didn't have a mama to go to. You ain't look, what I've come to conclusion with these women, their real lives were so horrible that R.Kelly life and going through what they went through, whatever that was better because they were sharing a man with 20 plus women. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody seemed like they wanted to be number one. And when they realized that wasn't going to happen, that's when everybody turned.
Let me change laptops real quick.
You said what, Sir Miguel?
So I think he ended up dropping off. But yeah, so when she says things like that, we can give y'all the Aaliyah because that's what everybody randomly brings up. But Aaliyah parents is not fighting for her to this day because I will be fighting for my dead child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Robert's been in the
Absolutely.
industry for 30 years. We have literally 10 women on our hands. So you're trying to tell me in a 20-year, 30-year period, he only met 10 women?
Mm-hmm.
There are so many other women that's had encounters with this man and don't have these stories that these little girls have to say. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's no way I left my mother house at 15, got on a plane, flew from Atlanta, Georgia to Missouri. At
Absolutely.
15,
Absolutely.
when do we start blaming the parents for what they did
Absolutely.
to their children?
Okay, we have my boy Mr. in the building. Tips love too. So Mr. has entered the building. I'm not sure if he is ready to come up. Mr. Okay, so we have Mr. Sir Miguel back. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, there's Sir Miguel. Okay, Sir Miguel. Sorry,
Okay.
love. Back. Okay, so
Right.
We have Mr. in the building, but I'm not sure if he's ready to come up. But let me see. Okay, so you can continue tips.
I think she on mute.
Okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
I'm here. And I was
Oh,
reading her
okay.
comments. Everybody do take trauma differently. Don't you ever get me wrong, right? So at what point did you go from your trauma to taking it as a relationship with this man? Because
Okay.
many of them didn't talk about just trauma, right? Many of them talked about the adventures that they went on with this man, the times they slept at his house, how he saved their day when they didn't have no money, how they were
Okay.
emotionally messed up when he didn't return a phone call. These were people who were going and coming. So at what point do you take responsibility for you and stay away?
Exactly. I'm just ignoring those coming. I told my moderators to get up out of the chat because I don't know if they want to just see her communicate or talk because I'm not going back and forth with it. I'm just not, because everybody deal with things different. Like I said, listen, baby, I held on to it till I was 28. You understand me? From goddamn 10, 11, 12, 13, I held on to it till I was 28. You understand me? Afraid of not want to destroy or tear the family up.
But
But
guess
when I
what you
came
didn't
out,
do? But guess what you didn't do? You didn't continue to hang around him
I
and play
showed
house
you
with
couldn't
him.
stand
And
them,
you
would not let my
didn't, yeah,
children.
you did not let your kids go
Exactly.
back over there.
No, no, nowhere around them. Have family gatherings, and the family gatherings, he come in town. No, no, I will not. You understand me? And then when I came out and opened, no, I was not the only one. My cousins too. So we all endured pain. And we've all dealt with that, okay? And we all feel the same. And we all don't deal with it, okay? So that's just what it is. So I don't know.
And another thing, an uncle is somebody that you have to see quite often, but
Mm-hmm.
not by choice, but just by family. Robert was a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Robert was a
Exactly.
choice. Jane said, this is the 15-year-old supposedly girl that was on the video. Her parents used to drop her over there for
Mm-hmm.
Robert kids. Robert kids are now maybe 21 years old. She is 38 years old, 39. You wasn't hanging out with Robert kids.
Exactly.
There's no way you was hanging out with those kids.
Nope.
One, two. After it happened, they addressed your parents. They went to your mama house. Defects went over there and said, "Hey man, we got this video. We think it's your daughter." You said, "Nope, that's not my daughter. Don't you ever say that again." And closed the door and proceeded to live 20 years without saying anything to justify your child. Aaliyah parents should go to jail if y'all believe that. Aaliyah parents, she's dead right now. She can't be embarrassed, right? Why is
Mm-hmm.
her uncle, the daddy, not even the daddy, the mother and the brother, why aren't they testifying till this day?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here she go again. She says, so if you didn't send him to jail, let me repeat this. So I don't know what part she caught or what part she did not catch. Okay, so Miss Pretty Girl ALT. Okay. He molested and did me and my cousins when we were young, when we was like 10, and as we got up in age, about 14 years old. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, listen here, sweetie. It's something that they do to you when they're molesting you and doing wrong to you, the things that they say and what they put in your little mind and stuff of that nature. Okay, so however, I kept it balled up inside of me because I was afraid to speak on it. But I came out when I was 28 years old. Okay. He had been to prison, but not for that situation. You know what I'm saying? So when I came out about the situation, that's when my cousins and everybody else that had been, touched and molested by him as well, we started coming out. So then we, started hearing about the family secrets. Every family has secrets. It's sad, but it's fucking true. Okay. So he's suffering right now. I from the last I heard, hey, he's barely kicking, but it's well. You reap the seeds that you sow, okay? So, what could I have done? I came out with it and exposed it just as well as my cousin them. But you looking at like a 20 plus year fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like 10 or whatever. I came out at the age of 28. You know what I'm saying? So, keep going. What you
And
saying?
let me say this. Oh, go ahead, Tip.
Oh no, I'm good. Go
Let,
ahead.
let me say this. Every parent knows their child, photo
Mm-hmm.
or no photo.
Mm-hmm.
So if you said that wasn't your child, she said it wasn't her, the daddy said it wasn't her, and if you come back some odd years later and say, the daughter says it's her, but then the mama say, even still to this day, say it ain't her.
It
So
ain't
who
her.
lying?
Right.
All right. All right.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
All right. Help me make it make sense, Miguel. That's what we trying to make sense of it, okay? Because it don't make sense. All
See,
right?
the problem is the media has gotten people so riled up emotionally that the average person can't even see. So in other
Mm-hmm.
words, they don't do no research, they don't do no homework.
And see,
They
the
just go off of
absolutely, Absolutely, Sir Miguel. And that's why I went ahead on and got her up out of my chats since I was asking my moderators to. But however, I went ahead on and got out of my chat because you know what? I'm not going to go back and forth with her because clearly she just don't.
But say for people like that, you can't allow them to defer, right? Her sitting there talking probably been touched before. 90% of women, 90.
Oh,
I don't care what color they are. Okay,
mhm.
they have been sexually assaulted. Okay,
Exactly.
as a child, minor,
Mhm.
grown folks. I don't care. Women have gone through it. She's saying that
Mhm.
because that's what the media have done. That's what TV do. That
Yes.
if you're not a free thinker, if you're not somebody who
Mhm.
think for yourself and be like, well, I hear them. It sounds convenient, but let me find out the detail of the case. You'll always have you'll
Well,
be
they got damn
wasting
thinking books or
you'll
birds.
be wasting your breath with anybody like
Mm-hmm.
that. So that I mean, all women has been through. I don't care how long you kept the secret. I don't care how long. You wouldn't forget your story, baby.
Exactly.
You
It
wouldn't
doesn't
forget
change.
the time it happened to you. Those girls can't give a straight fact if they slap them in the face. 1 minute y'all 16 when a hypnotic came out, or you was not 17 turning 18. Nobody got factual
Girl,
story.
listen
And
here.
the
You gonna
reason why
remember the
I
age,
don't
Chip?
believe them is because to meet somebody like Sylvester, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
something you wrote in your fucking diary.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Even if
understand
you
me?
didn't write,
Do you
even if
understand
you
me?
didn't
The
write it in
day
the
that
diary, Chip,
the
it's
day that
stuck
you
in
got
your.
in your head, the day Robert called you out of the audience of I don't know how many thousand people and said, you come up here. You'll never fucking forget that.
Exactly.
That's the
That's what I'm
moment
saying.
your
Even
life
if you didn't keep
changed.
a diary tip, it's stuck in your mind. When it happened, where it happened, what position, what he made you do, what he did. Like you can never forget shit. That shit replays in your cranium. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta think about it. Oh, I was such and such. I was such. No, you automatically fucking know how old you were. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Or when it
There's
happened, where
some
it
stories
happened, how he
you
did it, what
can't
he did.
forget. It's like you met a celebrity, you met somebody that was famous. Are you fucking kidding me? The first day Robert took you to your house, you remembered if it was a spring morning, god damn it,
Okay.
or was it winter and you had your winter jacket on, dude?
Okay, what you had on, the panties, even how he touched her, what you did to him, or what he did to you, you gonna know every fucking thing, okay?
And then you got one being sarcastic. What do you mean? And when you say sex, you mean sucking or actually having? Like, what are you talking about? A
All right.
sexual act with someone is a sexual act, dear.
Mm-mm.
And these are grown 30-year-old people. So
Mm-hmm.
at what point? Everybody needs to take fault. That's my only problem with all of it. Anybody after 2008, you was an idiot. Robert never made nobody a damn star other than writing a bunch of songs. Now, if you told me, oh, I paid Robert to write my daughter a song, he never did it, cool, I can hear that. But you had your daughter in the studio alone with no supervision at 12 midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 in the morning. What song is Robert making for her? After he already had this rumor after '08 following him.
That part too. Also, not only that, what actually real mother, real woman is going to allow her child, allegedly, if you were a little girl, to be with a grown man and you not be their other father? Come on now, let's talk about this shit.
Yeah,
And not
even
only that,
and that was my
what
problem too. A lot of them had two parent family homes, and it was shocking
Yes.
to me. You would think this would happen to like I don't know somebody whose father wasn't around. They were looking for some type of attention. They were sneaking out the house. I don't know, but I didn't expect it for you. Got a mama and a daddy. You was
Mm-hmm.
in college, Jocelyn. You left college and went with Robert.
Okay. So we know she was in college.
Israel,
How old she
Israel,
was? She
Israel,
wasn't.
your parents called the police at the hotel. The police came, saw you. You showed the same little, I don't know what ID, but obviously you wasn't too young because they left you there and went home.
Hmm.
And your
and
parents was
not
in the basement. Come on,
and
son.
not and not only that, what mama gonna pretend to be their daughter?
And text
Okay.
a grown
Okay. Come
man
on now.
and
Run
tell
that
her. That's what I
scorpion
said.
on.
Nobody heard the New York trial that
Hmm.
text a grown man to seduce him and tell him, girl, there's other girls who gonna get him. You better keep his attention. What mother does that besides a pimp or a prostitute?
A pimp. A madam.
And I think the stepdaddy was messing with Israel too. That's why he's so invested.
Mm, 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 mm. What you think, Miguel?
Talking about the daddy, the stepdaddy.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised
Okay, because we said that as well. Some fun
because
around there.
I don't know what man takes pictures.
He's already a registered sex offender.
Yes, he
There
surely
you go.
is. Okay. How you like them apples? And
There
this
you
ain't
go.
allegedly, it's court records.
Hold on now.
Exactly.
Hold on. You saying this man is a registered court?
Yeah,
And
he's
he's
a
a
he's
registered
a
sex offender?
registered sex offender. Absolutely, mister.
And he was up here trying to extort kills?
Oh, okay.
And then to act like, oh, y'all didn't know nothing about R. Kelly's case and all the other kind of stuff. No, you knew.
Mm-hmm.
Think
Okay, he
about it.
did.
If he's supposed to be a street hustler, sold dope and all this other kind of stuff, went to jail, this, that, and the third. You know.
Oh,
Oh, street hustling my ass. That's molester. That's Chester.
Oh, and he was a snitch too. That's why he was so
yeah,
easy
snitch.
to get
Chomo
brought
the
into the
snitch.
Fed.
Chomo the snitch.
Oh, Chester.
So at the
Chomo
end of the
the
day, all the stuff that a lot of people talking, like I said, they all going back to 2008 because
mm-hmm.
what was said, and then on top of that, Leah had already had said her piece with it. And they always want to bring up age ain't nothing but a number. She
Exactly.
came up with the song. She said it in her interview.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Her mama even spoke on her about even one of the young ladies said that she saw R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah on the bus or whatever. The mama even said, "I've never even seen this late,"
Mm-hmm.
because they was with her. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, you can throw all these narratives out here if you want to, but if you really don't think outside the box and think below the surface level,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be blind anyway because you're only hearing what you're being told and not
Mm-hmm.
really seeing what needs to be seen.
What's the old saying, Sir Miguel? Believe only little of what you hear and none of what
Here,
you see.
exactly.
Okay, so we have our boy J Rock. Welcome, J Rock, again to Truth Be
All
Told.
right now.
So we
All right
had
now,
J
J-Rock.
Rock on the panel.
What's up, brother J Rock?
What's going on, panel? How y'all doing?
We blessed. What's
All
good,
Good,
love?
man.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening. What's going on, Truth, Mister Tips, and my bro Sir Miguel once again, man.
Good, love.
All right, man.
Good, brother.
I'm good. I hope everybody had a pretty good weekend.
Yes. Oh, did we?
Absolutely.
Yes. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I had a good one. Look, my NFL team and my alma mater both won this weekend. So
Oh man.
All
That's
right,
good.
then.
That's good. My team
You know, I
did
don't know.
good.
I don't get into them sports, baby, because hey, it's all rigged. Hey,
As
don't
you
get
can
me
see.
started with it.
As you can
It's the
see,
devil too.
my
Yeah,
boys
I
didn't
don't care.
win.
but,
I'm gonna let y'all guys have that, baby. Y'all know
Yeah.
Boss Lady got her.
That's
But
okay,
look,
man.
I was a huge
It's okay.
football fan, y'all. Y'all would think I was one of the niggas. Like hey, look, I used to do the chicken, get my Don Julio, my Patron, babe. I'm going in. I used to listen. Football. My favorite team was Dallas Cowboys. My college team was Alabama. When
Uh-oh.
it came to basketball, baby, was them Lakers. Listen, I was all in it, you hear me? But baby, when I got very consciously, I said, fuck all of them. They can have it, okay? So hey, I'm gonna let y'all fellas keep it now, you know. Hey,
Man, hey, salute to you, J Rock and Sir Miguel. I didn't get to speak to you, and I came in. I just heard something about Chester molester, and I was like, whoa.
Salute, brother. Salute.
All right now.
Yeah. So
okay, so listen, family. I'm gonna step away just for one quick minute. I'm about to go and get me a pour, and I'm gonna let you all chop it up for a minute. I'll be right back. Keep it going.
Okay, well, I wanted to address something real quick because somebody was talking about how we know that he may be 100% innocent in this, that, and the third. You know, every now and again I run up on people like that, but I'm kind of like Doc Holliday in the movie Tombstone. I'm your Huckleberry.
Right.
I'll be a Huckleberry.
Yeah, I'm that dude at this point because how many times am I going to have to keep making people look stupid? It's it didn't got to the point. It's boring to me now because every time I look up, these people think they actually think that don't they, and then they want to get mad at what I say. I'm like, look, don't get mad at me because you fell for the banana in the tailpipe, and I did.
Oh, Eddie Murphy.
Because if you take a look at the whole look at the whole scenario, I mean, people talk about, well, he did X, Y, and Z, and Sir Miguel, you just brought up one of the points that I've already known. That when the album Age Ain't Nothing But a Number came out, it was Aaliyah that was the one that actually named it that album, not R. Kelly, because Aaliyah wanted to be taken seriously as a young, mature artist. She did not want to be looked at as a teeny bopper one-hit wonder.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Was she
that's
right? I mean, she was writing too, right? She was writing music too, right?
oh yeah,
I believe so.
and I saw the video. I
Because I
saw the
believe, R. Kelly, like, I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
oh no, go ahead.
R. Kelly like people that do, from what I've been learning from y'all listening, and following this, he likes talent. He knows talent. So, man, I mean, that's what he worked with, people that was talented. So, I mean, she had that. I mean, she must have been the whole package or something.
Yeah, I think one of the things I noticed in regards to R. Kelly, when how he works, he likes people that number one has talent, but also he likes people that can be versatile.
Mm-hmm.
If you got versatility about you, and you're not afraid to try something new, then I believe he can work with that individual. Because if you can look at Ronald Isley with the whole Mr. Biggs persona. It's different from what he did with the Isley brothers, but he was open to the possibility and the change of that. And because he was open to that, it
He
wound up
became a star all over again.
right. It wound up giving his career a whole new jump start. I mean, his career essentially was reborn after that.
Mm-hmm.
See, and if you take a look at all the other artists that he's worked with, like I said, he's been breathing new life into new artists into legends for a long time, which I believe is another reason why these people are why I believe these people are at R. Kelly also, because of the fact it's not just his music and the music that he does, but he can actually go in and help reignite the careers of existing legends,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
which gives them more value later on. So if he's breathing new life into the older legends that everybody know and love, the agenda for them trying to push all the new artists and this new type of music they want to push, it's not going to be as great. It's not going to be any. It's not going to be any room for that, because those people ain't going to want to hear that.
So, so today, I'm not able to follow it, because I mean, the hours that I work and the type of job that I do, so most of my research be like on weekends or anything, pretty much for the most part. But what was going on in court today? I mean,
I
what
think it
was,
was closing arguments, and of course, I think the prosecution was more or less changing the language, saying that R. Kelly was a child molester type deal, and that Lisa Van Allen wasn't aware or something, that she slept with a minor or whatever, some kind of crap. But I always say this: language is everything.
right?
If you can change the language and get it into the people's minds,
Change the narrative.
you can change the narrative. But at the same time, if you don't have an attorney who's strong, then that narrative can play. But I think Bo Brindley did his thing, and I know Bajin's up next for tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to get everything. J Rock probably know more than I do right now.
Well, you might know a little bit more than me, but but I have heard some of them because my work schedule is kind of crazy also. But I've been catching little pieces here and there. Like I have heard that Bonjean is going to get ready and do her closing arguments tomorrow. Now, I also heard something about the prosecution was supposed to do a follow up after she does her statement, but I thought the prosecution already did theirs as of today. So why is the
Oh no. Oh, prosecutors always get a second rebuttal.
Yeah, okay.
Oh
So
yeah.
Yeah, because they
Mhm.
asked for the transcript not to be read. The feds did not to be read during the case, and the judge rejected that and said it could be read throughout the cross-examining.
Mhm.
One of the jury got sick today as well.
yeah,
Oh wow.
they called it a quote unquote panic attack.
Yeah,
So you do the whole 3 weeks, you fine. But when it gets closer to time, the closing arguments and deliberation, now all of a sudden you got a panic attack now.
that's what I said. Either she didn't want to get paid. Either she saw what was happening and took herself out the situation, or she was
She
part of
part of the situation.
the situation because now we got a white man that's 60 years old
Oh man.
replacing her. Yeah.
So she's gone completely. Just from her just
Yeah.
having this little attack, man. You know, she can't come back.
She said she couldn't do it no more. They asked her if tomorrow will be better. She thinks she just needed the rest. She said, nope, no tomorrow. She can't take it.
You know what it probably was too?
Um,
She probably she may see through the bullshit as well. 'Cause I
That's
mean,
what
right.
I
think
said.
about it.
Either she saw through the bullshit and was like, no thanks, I don't want the money. I'm not being a part of this and ran. Or
Hmm.
she was part of the setup all along. And then towards the end, she was supposed to do this so we can get that old 60-year-old man, white man, to be on there.
Hmm.
She's like, man, forget
That's a
that
good
$10 a day.
analysis. That's a
That
good
twenty
analysis
dollars a
both
day.
ways.
Hmm.
Right.
I mean, because
Man, that's
if
crazy.
you look at it, even looking at last week, uh, just even with Daryl Miss Davis' testimony, and I know everybody said he kind of sort of like threw Robert under the bus. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. But I think the majority of what he said, none of us really knew that all this stuff was going on because it didn't come up in 2008. And why would two profound or three profound men throw their legacy away, keep detailed notes of what happened in 2008, and just say, okay, I'm going to do this, but I know, he got child pornography. They wouldn't do that. Nobody wouldn't do that in their right mind, especially not a person who's a lawyer, especially a person who's been a private investigator. His work has been known all across the country, so forth and so on. They wouldn't throw their reputation away like that.
Right, right.
The only
See,
reason I believe he tried to play Robert towards the end was when he tried to act like the interview that he don't heard, the cross examining and things, that now all of a sudden he believed Jane's story.
Okay.
That's how he killed Robert on the second day. He was saying all the good shit the first day, because even I was like, dang, I didn't know they been robbing Robert since then. We only knew about '08. But shit, we had the Tiffany before that. We had a bunch of other people who was stealing money from Robert, including McDavid himself. So, everybody was trying to save face.
man. I see Corey's blessings, Corey. Thank you for commenting in the chat. I see hung jury, hung jury, hung jury. R.Kelly.
I,
Hey,
I, I said that myself, but you know what?
yeah.
I'm honestly starting to believe they might just say not guilty.
Wow, you think
I'm I'm
so?
I'm going I'm going with the not guilty. I'm still going with the not guilty. And but
I don't know, y'all. I believe that in New York. I was like, after reading the transcript, listen to everybody read it. Mom is texting. Mom knew that her daughter went to the hotel with Robert before they so-called called the police. Mom knew everything. Everybody around them knew everything. And after reading all of that, even when Demetrius came up there and said, "Oh, R. Kelly never told him to go get no birth certificate for Leah. That was his own choice." I mean, all of these things were said. Robert still got 30 years.
Well, you will keep in mind, I think too, because remember on that Friday she allowed them to go home over the weekend,
True, it did.
right?
Mm.
So they only deliberated not even 5 hours.
No,
They
and
came back.
yeah,
They came back Monday. Boom, done. But I honestly think something's gonna be a little different here because I don't know. I just have this weird feeling it's gonna be way different. And if I'm wrong, he's gonna have a hell of an appeal. I can tell you that much. If
So
it
you
go in that
leaning towards
direction,
you leaning more towards the not guilty part of it, right?
yeah,
You know
Because I
what?
mean, that juror that left could be the key for him to winning. Who's to say what this white guy might be thinking? I
You know,
mean, we can't always assume that someone's gonna come in with a bad thought. He might be older, man, but he still could be wiser. He could probably be seeing through it too, just from the evidence that he's geared to look at. Now he's coming in late, but I'm pretty for sure they have the chance to follow it. He's an alternative juror, right? He's
yeah.
alternate, so I'm pretty for sure they done, had a chance to follow the case. I mean, they had to.
I'm not doubting the fact that he followed it, but everybody was majority white. Now we got a 60-year-old. I mean, black. Now we got a 60-year-old white dude.
I see where you're going.
I mean,
And we had a better chance when they were all black, relatable to that being your
but
brother,
back.
your father.
uh,
I don't know about
Okay,
the white dude,
but
son.
check it out, Tip. Though, man, a lot of people, man, of that age and older, was more common to that, man, of older men dating
Oh,
younger
I think
women.
everybody else was in there about 60s. I'm just saying him being white. I know that in the 60s they dated young girls and got married. Wives and husbands were at least 10, 12 years apart. I know that, but my problem, mister, is the fact that they either having a black jury, majority black, and like one Spanish person. Now we have the white person. I'm leaning more towards the what he said in the chat, that it was going to be a mixed jury. The jury is gonna they're not gonna agree.
Oh, jury. Okay.
Hung jury.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna agree.
you know what? I'm leaning more toward hung jury. Also, not because I don't believe he's not guilty, because I actually do, but I just believe that there's always some little underhanded, dirty BS is always going to be thrown out somewhere,
Right.
because they did it in New York, and this is Chicago, and as long as you got entities like Kim Fox roaming around in the prosecutor's office,
Mhm.
you know, and and a few other people running around in Chicago that kind of has a certain disdain for Rob for whatever reason, may try to sneak in some BS at the last second. So that's why I believe it could very well be a hung jury, and I'm not sure that it'll be
Yeah,
retried.
I think Kim ain't doing no more interviews. She was doing one every second she got. Now I see she quiet. And then when it comes to the people in Chicago, I've heard them too. I had a girl in the chat. I forgot where. I think I was on Choke No Joke at the comments, and I seen her put on there some crap like, "I lived in Chicago, and he used to pull up to my school." And I asked her, "Well, damn, where the fuck is the girls from your school? Because none of them is any one of those victims that are talking right now." Now, one girl said, "I'm from Chicago, and I was going to high school here. Robert picked me up from the high school."
And not only that, out of 30-year career, you only got 5 people.
Yep.
That's
That's
it.
Make
why I
that
said
make
Does
sense.
that
after
mean
30 years, we only got 10 women. Robert has had encounters with more than freaking 10 women in 30 years. There's
Right.
1,000 plus. Where are
Right.
they?
And not only that, Rob has 3 kids by one woman.
Hmm.
Nick Cannon can't say the same.
Yeah, that's
he
why I
got
told
Exactly.
you
10, right?
Can't
Robert
say.
must have been particular about the women he had his kids with. Because I don't hear nothing, but maybe I think I heard one of them say they had a miscarriage. But I ain't heard out of all these women, and even the ones that are hiding, that anybody has other kids outside of Robert's marriage.
And mind you, he was accused of getting somebody pregnant, fought that case, won that one, but then the person gonna turn around and say, "Oh, I'm gonna sue him because he abused me." Bullshit.
Right. Because didn't that DNA come back on that and saying that
Yep.
that was not his kid?
Yep. So that
But
tells
she
you
had to
right
change
there.
her story. Yeah, she changed her story and said, "Oh no, I was a minor."
That tells you right there. He was willing to fight just like he's fighting right now.
Mhm.
This all makes me understand why Robert kept those women away from each other, right?
Exactly.
That's where they came up with these elaborate stories that they came up with when they had those little times to have these conversations with each other. That's when they came up with getting all Robert money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this also now. I've been kind of thinking about this. This is just me, and this is just my feelings about it. But everything that they have said, all these stories about R. Kelly being with all these supposed underage girls and this, that, and the third, I'm really wondering if all those stories were really about Demetrius Smith and they threw him on R. Kelly.
J
Okay,
Rock, J
come on,
Rock,
J-Rock.
boy,
Tip, can
man,
you say that, Tip?
look,
Okay,
brother,
Yep.
talk.
I've been saying the same damn thing.
Okay, ain't that double?
Mhm.
Man,
Ain't that body double,
And
Tip?
see, and see, and I'm wondering if Demetrius Smith said, "Well, if you don't tell on me, I could probably get you paid through R. Kelly. I know this lawyer named Susan Loggins,
bingo.
Okay.
and you can probably file a case against Rob, and you can get paid. If you don't tell on me, I'll help you out with that."
Okay.
And think about this. Now that you say that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they what happened? They start putting them billboards up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
How many people knew about that?
Mm.
Mm.
Nobody did, even when that girl, and that's why I told them they didn't pay no attention. The same Tiffany girl was on Surviving R. Kelly.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She was one
Mm-hmm.
of the first ones. Then the Spanish girl that said, "Oh, I found him in Florida." They were so not credible, a lot of them, that they couldn't even use them for these cases.
Mm-mm-mm.
Man.
The hair braider.
Yes.
You got paid. What are we doing? What are we still doing? That's why I said these women are greedy, and I don't understand why nobody see that. All right, you say I was in your presence and I did you wrong. I groped myself or I groped you, and I paid you off $240,000 for you to come back.
Mm-hmm. And write her poetry out here stating how she like to suck a mean and eat it up. She
Right.
out here, she out here writing poetry on how she eats
Wow.
the people. Okay. So hold on, make
Uh,
it make sense. You out here talking about how
porn
you love
star.
to do it. So you mean to tell me, okay, so you love to do it on the average, but you say care made okay. Help me make that make sense.
When he broke it out you.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Did he
She
bring it
writing
out you?
poetry on eating that thing up here.
Oh
And
my
also
god.
another thing about this that really don't have me a hard time believing her story. How are you gonna sit up here and say that a man has spit in your face 6 times and you don't lay a hand on him whatsoever?
Okay.
I mean
Show me
that's
one
the
black woman anywhere that will let you spit on
Oh,
her
oh,
once, let
this
oh,
alone
oh,
6
okay.
times.
what
Okay.
black man?
Boy, even if I
Black
have to
woman or
call
a
my
man?
brother, I'm calling somebody.
Hmm.
Patooey.
Okay.
Mhm.
Patooey. Man, there ain't no way.
I'm calling
That's
somebody
the
to go beat
ultimate
him up and go
insult.
get back on his ass.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. Somebody,
Absolutely.
I don't care who it
Besides,
is, man.
yeah,
Boy.
yeah. Besides, your mouth probably gonna get dry at about number 3.
Tilly. Patooey.
And then, and then you're gonna be like, hold up, I'm not done. I gotta drink some water. Okay,
Exactly.
then go 4, 5, and 6.
Hmm.
They
Tilly.
showed a bunch of desperate women who thought the money was never gonna run out. That's all I got from them. They were desperate. Look at the other one, not Brittany. What's the other one who said, "Oh, I was playing a prank on him. He wasn't being a good boyfriend." Girl, obviously he wasn't your boyfriend if he stopped answering your phone calls.
What she said, I had to
But
call and
then you went
pretend to
across
be
yourself
somebody
to
else.
act like Brittany, to act like somebody else that he probably was still
Yes.
talking to, and say, "Hey, this Brittany, I want 250,000 from you." Oh, it was just a joke. Who jokes like
Yeah.
that? Y'all have folks
He
that
said
joke
she
like
got his attention though, then.
that. Exactly. It did what it. I don't care what you call it, but it got his attention. But did he come back and see you again? He never saw you after that, Desperado.
Mm-mm.
They are desperate. Their life
Very
sucked so bad that they were willing to be so-called locked in a room, couldn't go in another room without knocking, couldn't communicate with the other person, got beat by the size 12 Air Force Ones. I mean, the story are elaborate.
They very hilarious, but however, it was so much coming out, even pertaining to the other one that was talking about all these lies. And her ex-boyfriend and her daughter literally talked about the whole thing on a phone call, right? She was like, she couldn't understand what her mama was talking about. She was like, "Mama, like that man wasn't making you do nothing. Like, Mama, we were
That's that
good." Like,
grown woman who was going back and forth from Atlanta to R.Kelly. That grown girl, I forgot her name. She ain't a looker. And Robert had some pretty little girls, but she wasn't a looker. I don't know.
the broad that wrote the book, and what her name is, the one that wrote the book and was going on. She went on CTG and all them little talk shows, honey, lying and talking about this and that. Then
Yeah.
so
Remember, it was the one who quit her job at the newspaper at the
yes, what the radio station? What was her name?
Kitty Jones.
Yes.
Oh, Miss Kitty's Raw. You
Then
talking about the lady that had the radio show called Miss Kitty's Raw with Leo the General?
I think that's her.
Y'all don't remember it? Oh my goodness!
She quit her job to follow Robert after Robert. After Robert sent that grown woman some flowers. You never had flowers before?
Oh man, she was a hell of a radio host, man. I used to listen to Miss Kitty's Raw.
Her quit her job. Her quit her job to go be with kids. Okay?
Look, she was on XM Satellite. She was on Satellite. Her and Leo G the General. You know, they had a nice show going on for a while.
We had another one who said worked at the radio station.
I gotta look this up, y'all.
They wanted to do an interview on Robert, and Robert told him he wasn't going to no damn place to do an interview. If they wanted to do one, they could come to him.
They can come to him.
She's coming to Robert. On her way to Robert, she stops at the gas station to freshen her pussy.
Yeah.
What interview is you doing that he gonna smell your twat? I really don't get it. Some of
she stopped at a service station. What she did was stop at the one the truckers be stopping at, like them what they call them, flying jet.
And then the 15-year-old who flew from Atlanta to Missouri said
she went to Flying J's or Bucky's.
I'm telling you, the little girl from Missouri.
Allegedly, she's talking about a rose at the service station.
Yeah, she went and got a rose.
Hold on now, Bucky's is pretty good now.
You're 15 years old.
Like at 15, listen now, the lie tip, like at 15, she thinking about a rose. Bitch, if anything, at the age of 15, you going to buy y'all some Skittles and bubblegum, right?
Thank you. You went to go buy a grown man that you had no business leaving the state to go see flowers. You knew what your interest was when you went with that grown man.
Yeah. So that should tell you something. To go get a rose, that means she was of age.
Exactly. Our point exactly.
Think about the connotation of it. It's romance. You were of age. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think that young lady is 45.
Yep. So make it make sense.
So do the math.
Make it make sense now.
To tell me her mama was at work, so your mama didn't check on you or your sibling, and you left to leave Georgia to go to Missouri for the weekend, bitch. I wish.
Okay, check this out. If she's at the age of 45, family, listen, that she was 45. 45, she allegedly she was 15 at the time. Okay, the math ain't adding up. If this was like 20 years ago, make it make sense. She would be about 35, right, and not 45.
Thank you.
And also,
exactly.
Didn't she say this whole thing? Didn't she say this whole thing happened around 1996?
Yeah,
exactly. She would have been 19. So in other words, she would have been about 19, right?
She would have been 19.
Okay, 19, 20. No, she would have been about 20, 21. Yeah,
she'd been about 19 because if it's 26 years ago and she's 45. Well, if she's turning 46 this year, then she would have been about 20. Between 19 and 20, definitely.
Yeah.
And
make it make sense.
Oh yeah, and also going back to Kitty Jones for a minute, I actually found out something pretty interesting. I got a homegirl who worked at the radio station in my hometown.
Okay.
And I was able to go to a couple of events because of her. Me and her were real cool.
Mm-hmm.
She said she bumped into Kitty Jones at a Genuine concert.
Oh, baby, they trying to go and get Genuine meat.
And this was around the time that she was already dealing with R.Kelly anyway. Saying that chick wasn't no hostage. She ain't had no shackle on her feet, no chain, and none of that. She would walk around freely hanging out with Genuine. And she said she can confirm it because she know Genuine's godfather. So when I heard that, I said, "Oh, damn, she was trying to get G too."
That's why they didn't use those people. That's why I want people to understand, because that's while I've watched Israel since she's gotten what they say free, right? Some people are just formed for thirst traps for other people. Some of these women usually base their life on stalking these people. Robert was literally stalked by these motherfuckers who knew what basketball court he was gonna be at. What studio he was. He literally had fucking stalkers.
Agents. Plant agents.
Israel is still out here doing her thirst trap for the next rich nigga. Every day she's naked, showing the titties Robert paid for. I mean, he literally treated these girls better than their own parents. That's why they never went back home.
Exactly.
They were also willing participants, honey. They were not minors. They were not young.
And the willing, right? But if I saw my mama on TV crying like these people parents was doing, son, I would have went home just to make that bitch shut up. Ho, I'm here. What is your problem?
Exactly. But then you got to realize.
Never wanted to go home. They saw their parents cry. Was like, bitch, shut up. You ate.
And then Tip, that shit went. That's because they knew that shit wasn't real. That shit was scripted. Look at them goddamn savages. Okay. I heard a whole video of the savage father and everything he was saying. The homeboy came out and exposed his ass. Okay.
That damn. Sir Miguel, go ahead. Go ahead and say something about Tim Savage.
Baby, he exposed his homeboy exposed his ass, okay?
Well, not only that, but he kind of exposed himself, if you really think about it. Because first of all, you did an intervention, and you made yourself kind of look stupid. But at the same time, you kind of told on yourself a little bit because your daughter was of age.
Okay, come on now, Sir Miguel.
All right. And then on top of that, you get if you standing in front of somebody's house doing a press conference that's supposed to have taken your daughter. Damn the TVs, I'll be up in the house. Okay, if that was the case.
Would have kicked though, right? Would have kicked though when you had pulled the kick though.
You know what I'm saying? So all that staging and all that fake shit you was doing, you was trying to come up and get your own little reality, whatever.
No, he wasn't. He was advertising his second daughter. Hell, you talking about?
Okay, that too.
Daughter, baby. That's what he was
doing. Oh, you talking about on that news interview?
She next up on the block.
Yeah,
she next up. We grooming her.
Hey, that looked like some straight up advertisement, man. Soliciting, you know.
And let me make this clear. And I'll say it again, if it was supposed to be about underage girls, he would have went after the young lady, the second daughter.
I was just
about to then on top of that, you complaining about Joycelyn, but your youngest daughter is living with her boyfriend right now in Texas. So tell me what the problem is.
Ain't no problem. The problem is the money got caught for them, right? That's what happened.
There it is there.
Started talking crazy. Robert said, girl, be quiet. You know your mama sold you to me? That's when they sobered up and was like, oh, okay, we cutting them motherfuckers off too. I won't be answering no more phone calls. I won't be sending my little 5,000, giving you 25, and I'm keeping 25.
Church.
When you have parents wanting to be bus drivers, how the hell are you trying to intern on your kids' pain?
Bus drivers for what?
So they wanted to be the light man. One wanted shit. They wanted to be the light man. The mama wanted to be the assistant. Hey, you talking about?
Mister,
Damn.
Let me fill you in because Tip already kind of let you know a little bit of what's happening. Now this was due to the Clarys, Azriel's parents. Azriel's father wanted to do R. Kelly's lighting for his tours and shows, right?
Don't forget the sex toy.
Oh, I was about to go into that too. I was definitely I was actually saving that for last. But then you got the mother wanted to be his driver. Then they had this thing about a food truck that they were trying to push out. I don't know exactly what the hell kind of food truck they were pushing. And then the last and certainly not least, you had the sex toy, which happened to be a Bluetooth dildo, from what I understand. And they're supposed to use that dildo. They were supposed to, would have, I guess, I don't know if it's snippets of his songs or all of his song playing from the dildo while you decide to do however you do it.
So I was gonna put a speaker on it. You could play music off the dildo.
It was almost like it was almost like a dildo and a pill kind of blended in,
With R. Kelly music singing in the dildo. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it don't sound like a bad idea.
Wait a minute, just when y'all thought they had the Bluetooth.
Let the garage down for me.
Listen, just when you all thought they had the Bluetooth dildo that your companion can operate that bitch by cell phone from wherever they at. If they cross the world and you got to get outside the world, all you got to do is send him the app, let him download it, and he could be able to operate you.
Oh man.
But Robert, what did Corey say? R. Kelly is not a sex predator.
Yeah. What you say, Tip?
Know what Corey said in the comment, but Robert is not a sex predator. I'm gonna say this again. Robert loved women. Robert never went looking to those.
Okay, let me highlight Corey.
Robert didn't go to those girls' house to find those hoes. Those hoes' parents dropped them on the court.
Okay, so I'm back. I can read the comments. Let me read the comments. Okay, so Kelly and his team, they did their very best to cover up the fact Robert Kelly, R. Kelly, R&B superstar, is actually a sexual predator. They did their best, but in the end, they failed. No, Corey, I do not agree with you. He is not a sexual predator. However, Kels just love women. You know what I'm saying? He loved women, and let's just be clear. They were not young women. They were adults, or whichever one you want to use in terms. They were of age. But however, he loved women. Shit.
If y'all have a problem with the law, y'all should go vote. But the law in y'all state said at the age of 16, 17, you're grown enough to make decisions for yourself.
Absolutely. So, and now in Alabama, now in Chicago, they actually give you 17. But I think in the state of Alabama, it is 16.
So 16 in Oklahoma, 16
you can
in Kansas.
Your mama out the room when you get in the little OBGYN and tell the doctor,
absolutely,
I'm fucking, I don't
at the age of 12, 13, 14, your parents do not have to go into the doctor's office with you. And also that child signs a paper that doctor or that child don't have to tell you shit that they doing. Those are the laws that has been passed. So if you don't know,
if y'all don't like the laws, y'all need to go back and vote. I don't know what y'all talking about. It's not based on me. It's based on what your state decide that a grown woman is.
Exactly. If that's a quote, that's the circular misconduct going after the legal team. That is out of bounds.
One of the things I realized, when some people say they're from Chicago and they know R. Kelly did X, Y, and Z, whatever the case may be, sometimes, in most cases, I take it with a grain of salt. For the simple fact, everybody try to say this whole thing to me that it's either a lie, a half truth of a lie, or a lie of a half truth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. That's how I look at it to me. You say that he went X, Y, and Z, but then you leave out stuff like, okay, he went there because of this. He went out because of that. Or you only saying that because somebody said that they saw him go somewhere else, but they themselves didn't confirm the story.
Exactly.
And none of those people are the victims on the trial right now. So I need them to go find those girls so they can come on.
Okay. Because we don't see no victims.
Because Kim whatever already put out the 1-800 number for them to call. So why they didn't call?
Oh, okay.
They need to find that blueprint to that deal though, so he can get that. So he can get this shit put out.
Missed this damn deal though.
They put a speaker on it, Bluetooth.
And I want everybody to think about something.
Yeah.
When Kim Fox first came out, she said that she was a victim herself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you turn around and you solicit victims. What people don't fail to realize that as an attorney, they have what they call professional ethics, that you're not supposed to bring any of your personal feelings into a case.
Into a case.
Yeah.
You are not.
That's the first mistake she made.
Mm-hmm.
Her second mistake she made was soliciting victims when there was no active investigation against R. Kelly.
Okay,
that was her second mistake. Her third mistake was to privately meet with an attorney at the Chicago airport in a private room to discuss about R. Kelly and his so-called tape when there was still no active investigation going against R. Kelly.
That's the only way she could have made her name. All those murders going on in Chicago, all those missing people. She was working by R. Kelly.
Thank you.
Yep, and she was doing those backroom deals at O'Hare Airport, and I keep wondering that if Jim Derogatis was somewhere in the vicinity when they had the meeting at O'Hare.
J-Rock, don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised. I told yeah, we have stressed that over here. JD, we call him JD family. So guess what? JD got his hands in it. He more accessible than anybody know. Okay, JD was there. He deep off in it. Okay. So family. We have Corey again in the comment section. Corey was saying pretty much that's not what he believed. In actuality, he was talking about the closing arguments. That's what allegedly the state, the government was saying. So that's what he said the government was saying, but that's not his opinion. He don't agree with it either.
I did hear a little piece about that from the government though, as far as their closing arguments. So I do.
That's what they opened up with.
Mm-hmm.
What was there supposed to be prosecutorial misconduct or something, or what?
Yeah, prosecutorial misconduct, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so that's what he's saying. It's out of bounds. Okay. Absolutely. So I'm so excited for Bojine on tomorrow, family. Like, listen, that's my girl Gladiator. She walked dogs. Y'all know that, right?
Well, she better come hard.
She walked dogs. So
hard for
what you said, Tim?
I said, well, she better come hard for Sylvester for all the money we pay her. She better come hard.
Baby, Tip, you already know my girl. Listen, Tip, my girl Gladiator gon' listen, left hook, right hook. She gon' boom, boom. She gon' jab the shit out their ass tomorrow. Listen, they always say save the best for last. She going last, she about to go up.
She going last because she never wanted Robert to be on trial with those idiots anyway. She wanted everybody to be prosecuted as individuals.
Yeah. But my thing is, you don't see how she going in and she like mistrial, and she was like, no, it's like all three of them. Like I came here to Gladiator. It's not having that. I mean, she's not. What's up, my friend Terry? What's up, Mr. Terry?
What's up, my truth be told family?
What's up,
Terry?
I was running a little bit late, but I was still tuning in until I got here.
We see you, baby.
Yeah, baby. I've been here. I've been still just tuned in, hearing about, the different things been going on with the Kels case and stuff like that. So I'm just, I'm just gonna rebuttal coming in on the some of it because everybody has some good, interesting things to say. I just wasn't able to talk back, but I was able to, try to throw a little comment in and everything.
Yeah.
But it's been a great live so far. I mean, y'all been dropping great facts.
All right now, Mr. Terry. Well,
True that. True that.
we missed you, baby, and welcome.
Yeah.
Mr. Miguel was saying something now. We're gonna let Mr. Sir Miguel go back to what he was saying. Go ahead, Mr. Sir Miguel. We hear you, baby.
Now think about this. The
Uh-huh.
judge must have a lot of respect for Bonjean because she said I need more than an hour and some change. So I think he gave her additional either 15 or 25 minutes on her closing. So
Mm-hmm.
that speaks volume to who she is. And I think when she closed tomorrow, she gonna hit some points that people probably won't expect her to say. Because at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, the government really dropped the ball in this case.
Yeah,
At the
they
end of the day,
fucked up.
because they had no case.
True
No,
that.
true that, true
You
that.
don't give that much immunity when you don't have a fucking case. Excuse my
Exactly.
language.
Not even that. You had 3 motherfucking years of a nigga that y'all
Fact. 3 fucking
was a
years.
threat. He was a threat to society, and y'all wouldn't let him out on bail because he was gonna go and do whatever to y'all witnesses.
Flight risk and all this shit here. Yeah. 3
What
motherfucking years now. This what they
the
came
what
up with in
the
3 years. A
3
bunch of
years
liars,
these hoes,
scammers.
3 years these hoes didn't read their script right. They didn't know.
Nah, cause these hoes still out here living lavish and rain porch on eating up the dick. But keep going.
Like, and then he was,
Facts.
but y'all put him in your dad obituary when he died. Like,
Aye.
them some sick people. Like I told them, anybody like me at 16, if I met Robert pulled his dick out on me, I would have ran out the front door.
Exactly.
I would have never seen that man again. You hoes had to either be sick and into that type of shit, or y'all was on a mission and y'all knew why y'all went there.
They was on a mission and them hoes went 16. Them hoes is older than that, baby. Them hoes is on a mission. You know what they went for? Tip that bag, girl. They was trained to be whores at a young age. That's why when they hit 17, 18, listen, some of them was even that age, honey. They was already out in the street giving up that puss.
Yeah,
You know?
Lisa Van Horn. She was definitely one.
Okay, out there prostitute.
That's why
But
I
this
think
ain't a legend.
it's either her or Sparkle that slept with that Jim nigga. That's why Jim got that tape.
You know.
How you think Jim got a little bit?
I definitely do.
At least I
see
did
Jim
say the
liking
bitch
women.
paid for the tape, but where he got a piece of puss.
Right. Hey, look, he might be.
No, they
still
gave him a
getting
piece of
some.
puss a tip.
Hey,
They
he
gave
might
that
be
puss
still
out.
getting it.
I'm telling you, he was
Maybe.
sleeping with one of them, and they started pillow talking. That I know a celebrity, R.Kelly. He be having videotapes. That's how it all started.
That pillow talker motherfucker. Man, you literally gotta think that they was laying down with JD.
JD wasn't that fat all his life.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about him, period.
I just
Yes,
Right.
Lisa laid
why
with
do I have a vision in my head of
Man, I don't.
why do I have this vision in my head from the scene of Harlem Nights? When Sunshine was talking to when Sunshine had old boy in bed, and then he called his wife. He said, "Yeah, let me speak to your mom.
Honey.
Look, I ain't come. Look, honey, I ain't come back no more. Take it easy."
Yeah. He says sunshine. Hey, what Red Fox do?
Elizabeth, come to join her.
And the judge is horrible. If Brittany didn't testify, how in the hell was the opening statement was about Brittany in the fourth tape when nobody seen it?
When nobody seen
why was that not thrown out since they respect?
You know Gladiator finna let they ass have it. Girl, listen, Piano. Gladiator finna shoot. Listen, she finna walk them dogs on their ass. Gladiator finna walk their ass tomorrow. How much y'all wanna bet? She gonna walk their ass tomorrow. Listen, my mouth gonna be like, get them, girl. Get them, girl. I can't wait.
I believe Kim Fox is still upset because she didn't get she didn't get an Oscar for her role in the movies Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker as Chewbacca. I think she's still a little upset about that.
And you see someone in the chat that JD was JD's. That was one of the people she was sleeping
Y'all killing me with that.
because they said that she was out here selling ass before she met Robert. That's what one escort did an interview on 106 on Hot 107 that said that before that girl met Robert, she was out here selling her stuff.
She was out here selling pussy and said that when Robert met her, he pretty much made it ease on her life. She ain't have to keep on selling it because he helped her out when he picked her up, right?
You talking about Lisa Van Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Baby said she was tearing Georgia up with that thing, baby.
But now she don't remember what year she was in Robert video. Oh, girl, that girl's crazy.
That part. So we see King Cox back in the chat. Welcome back, King Cox. And we got Porch up in the house. Parch. What's up, Parch? Welcome back to Truth Be Told TV. So even the media that hates R.Kelly picked up on the lack of evidence. In this case, video 4 doesn't exist the same way the video clips are edited and doctored. Absolutely, Corey. Absolutely.
And to Corey's point, the Rotten Tomato, that was them tapes. Okay. Even the judge back then knew something was fishy. Come on now. 2008. Let's get real.
Man. And you know, that's what Bone Jean had pretty much brought up as well too, the Rotten Tomato. And she keeps calling it the Rotten Tomato.
I don't see how Robert lost New York. They had Jocelyn, what's her name? Pace, the girl who was waited at the court date in 2008. Every day she was stalking the man, got all the way to his house, lied and said she was whatever age, and then said she wasn't that. Like, how did
Robert didn't know that. Robert didn't know that, child.
Girl. I mean, she was catching the bus, the train, just to get to the suburbs because she was in the city to see Robert. You were sick. And your parents were sick for not looking for your ass, for missing all them days of school.
And keep in mind, she was on the Bill Cunningham show, telling a whole bunch of lies on then.
And then after the interview, she went to go after the court case. She online crying that she didn't want to do it. She was the first one that started all this shit when she did that interview with Tasha K.
Parch said that's the admitted prostitute. Yes, she's the admitted prostitute, Parch.
Once you tell one lie, you got to keep telling her.
And not only that, she had a fake ID, I think for school because she got financial aid or something.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't allowed to really claim independent, so she used a fake ID to get financial aid. But they're not gonna tell y'all that.
Okay.
And what else they're not going to tell you is there was a clip of her saying that she had a relationship with Bubba outside of R.Kelly.
Outside of R.Kelly.
That was the only person she had a relationship with.
Was that the bodyguard?
No. Some weird nigga that Robert be hanging out with. That Robert don't got
do tattoos and shit.
Yeah, he do tattoos. Here.
So in other words, all these girls wasn't done by industry prostitute.
Yeah, they used to go to all the mansion parties. That's what I'm saying. It's not allegedly.
Okay. Let me ask y'all something then. I remember there was two guys that used to be with R. Kelly, a dark-skinned guy and a light-skinned guy, man. What was his little crew that he was calling? Not public announcement, but didn't he? It was like a little crew that he had, right? It was like two dudes that used to be with him in a lot of videos. Yeah, now, man.
His first group he was in, I don't remember.
His first group was public announcement. I know he had a couple of other guys that.
Not them, no.
Well, I know one of the.
I remember I seen a couple of them in. Man, I don't
some
know
videos.
Yes,
I think one. Yeah, well, that dude, that dude you're talking about, he was at the court, I think either last week or something like that. The light-skinned dude is bald headed. I know. I don't. Shit.
They used to call themselves like Parkland or something like that.
And the other producer. Yeah.
You talking about? Damn. Oh, Lord.
I'm not tripping, man, because I know.
Yeah, he got a YouTube channel
all the time.
We was talking about him, Mister.
You
Damn.
know, I was like, damn. She said,
You talking
she
about he got a YouTube channel called Hits Digital Radio.
Yeah, but what's his
And
name?
his name is Dre.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
just
what
my friends.
didn't he used to call them like they had like a little name for themselves. I could be wrong. Parkland or something like that. Or man, I just remember them dudes used to be in his videos with him all the time.
Yeah, because Dre
Dark
was
skinned
in
dude and a light skinned dude, man. One was bald headed, man, and I was like, damn, whatever happened to them cats?
Yeah, because Dre was in Public Announcement back in the day with him. He still hung out with him shortly after. I think you're talking about a bright skinned dude that looked like he might have been slightly heavy set.
Yeah.
I know who you talking
Well,
about.
they both was kind of heavy set, both of them.
Yeah,
you know they was pretty good size, man. I think they was in the Step in the Name of Love video too.
Yeah, they like I said, I think he was at court last week or the week before last, because somebody brought it, said he was there, because I know he'd be in a lot of videos and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna find out about them cats, man. You know, find out what they got going on, because I know they know the truth.
Okay, so we have court. Court closing argument starts at 9 a.m. in the morning. Court, because Jennifer Bogine probably got her two associates helping her research and helping with the closing arguments. Two, it would be good. I'm not lawyer, and I could destroy them and blow them out the water. Absolutely, you already know her two assistants. They be on go. You understand me?
Yeah,
They be on go. They gonna have her everything, listen down to the goddamn paperwork to a phone call. Them girls be on it. Like I said, they walking them dogs tomorrow. Point blank period. Where Mr. Bass at? Mr. Bass, if you can go grab that picture and post that picture up there real quick so we can show the team how Gladiator gonna walk tomorrow, okay? But let's keep going, family. Yes, Gladiator gonna walk the dogs, okay? She's walking dogs. Mm-hmm.
and see, I think the government is pissed because they didn't expect this kind of fight, because they didn't expect Bongine even be in this circle doing what she's doing, and now they're like, holy shit! Now we got to try to work. We got to actually work this case.
Yeah, they definitely got to work it.
Shit, they can't work it. How they gonna work it? You get fucked up from the. Listen, this case ain't like dope. You can't rework and re-rock no dope. Yeah, listen here. They fucked up. Okay, listen.
True that.
You can only cut it so much.
I listen.
Yeah, definitely. After the third time, it's a wrap.
Exactly.
They messed up at the gate. Okay. You can't rework.
Especially with all these contradicted, everybody contradicting their story, you know what I'm saying? They can't put it together. My thing is, if you're gonna bring a case upon anybody, have your shit together, man. And you're supposed to be the fucking government.
But my thing is that's another thing with the government as well, family. Like all this perjury that took place on these stands, on that stand, all the perjury that took place. I please, for the life of me, I'm trying to ask y'all why the hell the immunity deal ain't out the door. Why they still in that?
They want to railroad him, boss lady. I mean, so you know what I mean. Anything that they can keep, you know what I'm saying, off the table as much as possible. I mean, they definitely going to do it. But at the same time, it's just, you know what I'm saying, taxpayers' money going down the drain, people time going down the drain. But it's just, it's just a bunch of BS. But at the same time, they really, really thought they was going to set an example with this man, but they came in with a bunch of guns and they had no ammunition. No. You see them three ladies sitting up there with that pit bull? That's who they better watch out for.
Hey, y'all see my girl Gladiator and her assistant?
Yes, sir.
That's how she gonna do them tomorrow. Y'all see that bulldog? She gonna
Charlie's Angels, baby.
She better for all that money we
on them, okay? She gonna stick them on them. You hear me?
Tip.
She better for all that money we paying her.
Tip.
Hey, that Gladiator gonna stick The dog is. She gonna put that
Tell
dog.
me that's it too.
Hold on, hold on,
I
hold
love
on.
that shit.
She
I'm for
said
real.
she said it earlier, and I meant to ask her. You done donated to the R.Kelly fund?
No, I'm talking about R. Kelly.
You said
doing
all that money. You said all that
I'm
money.
joining
We
the women with the we because they thought Robert money was
we.
their money too. So I'm just we right now.
Okay, listen, family. Thank you, Mr. Bass. Thank you so much, Mr. Bass. Speaking of family, like, do y'all not see this thing over here in New York? Y'all, let's talk about that for a minute. Tips, Mr. Sir Miguel, J Rock, Mr. Terry. Y'all, let's chop it up about about this man money over here and what this judge and approved and signed off on and over here in New York and pertaining to his commissary and his money. That Bone Jean is appealing.
And
Tell me what y'all think about that shit. Like,
I
what's
really
up with
thought you were supposed to pay the victims back till you get out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, here's the problem. She's kind of overstepping her bounds.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Isn't that illegal?
It is, but the problem is she's trying. I honestly believe she's trying to clean up her mess because I believe she's trying to get all her ducks in a row before this appeal come up. You see what I'm saying? But what she failed to realize, Bonjean's going to appeal it because restitution is not supposed to be paid until the person has completed their sentence.
Facts.
Now I may have to do some more research in terms of on the
Or
federal level.
Or is that only for poor niggas like us?
Okay. I think no, because I believe what they can do. And I could be wrong, but I believe though, man, since he was convicted of it, and he's in there and he's actually locked up right now, money, they can start allocating some of that money, you know what I'm saying, towards that, because you have people, man, that been, found guilty and doing time, and they had, they've been fined thousands of dollars, man, you know what I mean? And some of these people ain't gonna never get out, so man, why you think, man, that, like it's just like child support, you gonna start paying child support in there, so you might as well go and get that trustee job, man, because they're gonna start taking that,
But like I said, I would have to look that up because if you look at it, they supposed to left him only $500. That's an unjust right there in itself.
Yeah,
because you got to pay for phone calls, computer time, soap, your undergarments, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's a lot to it.
That because that's what I'm telling them. I don't know if that they have the right to do that, or is it just regular niggas like us? That's because I know niggas in the feds that's doing time. They got cell phones, all of that. You have to have money to move those type of things. You understand?
Yeah, but also, man, when you in there, man, you will figure out a way to survive. But what I'm saying is, though, man, I don't care, man, because I've been locked up. So I do know the fact that, man, that I have paid my fines from penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
Child support didn't stop or none of that, man. So, man, any work that I did and that I got paid for, man, they took some. They took.
Definitely.
So,
all right. I'm gonna read this to you all because I just pulled this up. Defendants who owe restitution typically must work while they're incarcerated. A portion of what they earn goes towards restitution. However, prisoners' wages are lower than 8 cents an hour in some states, and some states pay on no wages at all. So what are they doing correctly, or what you just said? They're taking that money off that book so they can, disperse that out for that restitution. So they are going to take some of that money that they took. They're already using it legitly. So while he's in jail or out of jail, he's got to start paying, and that's why they took it.
No, so under some grounds, Mr. Terry, I'm gonna need you to look it up for the state of New York because guess what?
Okay.
Under some grounds, Mr. Terry, let me tell you why I say this. Under some grounds, something wrong somewhere because Gladiator is appealing it. So something wrong somewhere. It's something wrong with it because if there wasn't anything wrong with it, she wouldn't be appealing it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm finna look
And
that up
she
while
wouldn't
y'all
have
still
a
talk.
problem with it. So look it up for the state of New York because, like stated Mr. Terry, all laws in different states are different.
Facts. You're right. I'm finna look it up now.
Okay, love.
And I'm gonna say this one last point. I'm gonna have to get off in a minute because I have to feed my youngin.
Okay, so yeah.
I believe Don Lee. She was biased. Number one, she's a
Mm-hmm.
former she's a former prosecutor, so she's thinking like
Yes.
a prosecutor as a judge. Technically, she really shouldn't have been in the same office. She shouldn't have been in the same courtroom that she worked out of, that she was a prosecutor in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think there's something sinister going on in that whole New York stuff.
Mm-hmm. It
And
is.
I'm
You
and
pointed
I'm
it
gonna
out
use this
already, Sir Miguel.
and I'm gonna use this as an example. If you go back, and I can't remember who case it was, but it was a Second Circuit. They was talking about a man who had already did time, but he had another case in the court, and so it came up on appeal.
Mm-hmm.
All the women judges on the appeal panel was like, "Hey, why y'all bringing bad act witnesses in this case? That has nothing to do with what he's being charged with or what he was being charged with." When I say they was ripping them people a new asshole, them prosecutors, man, them two women didn't have nothing to say. So let me piggyback off this. They just granted Harvey Weinstein his appeal.
His appeal.
Same shit. All the prior bad act shit is being questioned now because you can't bring in something somebody's been charged that hasn't been charged for, and then say, oh, but they want to say, oh, it gives the appearance that he may do it. You can't say that because that's not what that person did at that particular time. So with that being said, there's some sinister shit going on.
Yeah.
And Donnelly is trying to cover her tracks because I believe she's trying to move to another seat. I could be wrong, but that's just what I feel.
No, you're not wrong, Sir Miguel. And also,
Weinstein?
I guess with Harvey Weinstein, they was gonna grant that ass that appeal anywho, cause he done read it on all the motherfuckers. He done read it on all of them that has did crimes against humanity, sex trafficking, and all that. And this is not allegedly because I got the $500,000. I mean, not the $500,000, but the 500,000 indictment. Okay, baby, down to your politicians and all of them. So let's talk.
I'm just saying, did that judge man handle his case?
Who?
Judge Donnelly? Nah, it was another lady. I think it was another female that handled his case. But if you look at his case, is I wouldn't say it's almost similar to Robert because those women kept going back. One chick, he was even dating.
Yeah, they wanted to be in his movies. Everybody, man, wanted something from him. Because man, he was a cold ass director and writer, so they wanted to get in and they kept coming back.
Last but not least, the two favorite women in the world, by some people's standards, Oprah and Gail. They didn't do no interview about him. They ain't speaking on him, but they damn so talking about Robert.
You want to know why they ain't speaking on him? You want to know why they ain't speaking on him? Because allegedly, according to the flight records, the flight log, they all was up there and they was celebrating Harvey Weinstein and up there with Epstein at the same time. Shut up, boss lady.
They showed through the co-host, man, from Gail show up under the damn bus. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's his name? Matt Liner or whatever his name was.
Well, there was a guy that Gail was hanging with and was supposed to be pretty good friends with. His name was Charlie Rose.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't throw Charlie Rose under the bus like that. Matter of fact, Gail said that her and Charlie are still good friends. Matter of fact, not only that, Gail also said, well, I believe certain people they should have a second chance. Hold the hell up! Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
You just said so you cool with Charlie?
Oh, okay.
Something he did, and he did a second chance.
But you tried to drill my boy R.Kelly. But guess what? It's because she was told from the dark powers that be to do what it do in pertaining to him. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna learn that your girl O is the head witch and she been selling out niggas. Guess what? I never liked that tramp when I was a little girl. When I was young and my grandmama, she would like, you know, when it come on commercial, she watched this what show used to come on before her, because she used to come on at 3 and Granny been made at home from work, right? And so she watching her whatever, then she get up and start supper, and soon she realized she like, I'm turning this tramp off. And I would look at her like, Granny, she don't never have black people on the show. Granny said she's a Uncle Tommy. She's a some shit my grandma used to call her, right? So for that reason, I never ever respected that lady. Like, she loved all the soccer moms. Like, where the niggas at though? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, we can't help you. You played in the color purple, and you was you know what I'm saying? Like,
all my life, I had to
I
fight.
had to fight. And what you mad? You had to fight, bitch. I'm just saying though, she is with them peoples.
Right.
Seattle.
I totally agree.
True
that. And also to prove your point, actually, I remember, like I said, I remember years ago when, you know, David Geffen had this little yacht trip.
Okay.
And the only black people that were on the boat, on the yacht, were Gail and Oprah.
Okay.
And this was around 2012. Mike had already been dead for about 2.5 to 3 years at this point. So David Geffen already had a long stay.
Hey, Rock, you trying to keep Boss Lady over here? I'm trying to keep my lips zipped now, but you keep. Hey, y'all gonna learn that O&G is deep up in this shit called human trafficking. Okay, and
true that.
and hey, y'all gonna hey, listen, y'all remember her cream, her product cream she had to start dishing out to the people. She said it had human cells and shit in it, right? Human blood. Okay. Yeah. Y'all missed that part, but keep talking.
I don't disagree with you, because who was the one that had the school in Africa for girls?
Okay. Man, I told you to listen. Y'all don't listen. Let my mouth stay closed now, but keep on going them.
And not only that,
J-Rock. And all on with missing. Thank you, O. We know what you did, O. Yay. And them peoples that was once in the White House, that last name started with the C. Yeah, we know what they was over there doing in Africa to them little girls, okay?
And don't forget about her daddy.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Okay. See, we are conscious over here. We be them people of conscience over here, okay? They can go trick the rest of the mass, because baby, ain't no tricking us. We see clean through the sinister ass bullshit. Okay? They gotta pay the price. It's just that simple. All of them gotta pay the price, okay?
True that. But I'm gonna just rebut it back off this. What I was telling you, I pulled up on the New York. New York states that restitution is compensated paid to a victim by a predator of a criminal offense for the loss or injuries occurred as a result of a criminal offense. It must be ordered by the court at the time of sentencing. Is it considered part of the sentencing? So they can use it, or they don't have to use it.
So that's where Bojine coming in at, because however, it was not ordered. It was not ordered when the court was doing it. She just ordered this. It was not ordered when court was in session for that. She took it upon herself to order this. That's why I'm telling you, it's something wrong somewhere where Bojine feel like it need to be appealed.
It was the feds who wanted the money, and she accepted it, the judge.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Okay,
this gonna get very interesting.
Y'all see what Park said? Come on, Park, you dropping diamonds. I don't think everybody know that. Did y'all see what Park said?
Yeah.
I heard something about that.
And it's the truth. It's facts. That's not alleged. Oh, trust me, it's not alleged. It's not allegedly.
Okay.
Okay?
Right
It's
on.
not allegedly.
All right, my beloved people. I just want to say this. I enjoyed you guys tonight, kings and queens. Hell
All
of a
right.
job, hell of a panel. Always get a
Hey,
lot of information. Always willing to learn, relearn, unlearn, and learn again.
amen.
Last but not least, keep Robert
True
Kelly in
that.
your prayers. Keep other young men in your prayers as well who may be unjustly put in jail because the fight is not over. We still have to continue to fight. So with that being said, much appreciated. Look forward to getting with you guys again on the next live. Until then, God bless. Be at peace. And always remember you have the victory no matter what.
Amen. Blessings
True
to
that.
you.
True that. True that,
All
my
right
brother.
now,
Be
brother.
blessed, man.
Blessings to
All
you,
All right,
right.
King.
Stephen Gale.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Y'all
once
have a
again,
great
thank
night.
you so much
You
for
too now.
tuning
Good
in
night.
and coming on the panel, dropping those blessings and those knowledge. We look forward to you coming again. Thank you so much, King. Blessings unto you.
All right now,
Blessings,
brother.
Blessings,
blessings,
my
brother.
brother.
All right. You too, brother.
All right.
Salute, ladies and gentlemen.
Salute. All
Blessings.
right, brother.
But yes, yes. So so we see Parch dropping diamonds, baby. So yes, he's not lying. It's actually the truth. But family, y'all, like I cannot wait until tomorrow. I'm so excited. Who all is ready for Who's all ready for Gladiator? Y'all know I call Gladiator. Who all
Yes,
ready
sir.
for
Hey,
Gladiator to rock this shit tomorrow?
I'm
hey.
definitely am for
It's
real.
a hey, look.
He better do something.
It's a few gladiators, man. Cause y'all got R. Kelly's gladiator. I got the states. I got the state coming tomorrow. So man, them gladiators is coming in too.
Man, Gladiator gonna rock. Listen, why y'all okay, so listen. So y'all see how Gladiator been hitting them with left hooks. I mean, she ain't listen, she's unfiltered. Okay? She don't care what she say out her mouth, she up and out. That's why I love her. Cause she boss lady over there, okay? Cause y'all know that's how boss lady is up and out. You get what I'm saying? And she gonna let it be known even unto the judge what's unconstitutional, your honor. You know, like so she been hitting shit out in the ballpark. So what make you all think like y'all like I hope so. Like y'all just doubt her for tomorrow. Y'all know how she been going in. So y'all literally think like at closing arguments, my girl gonna just sit down and just
Hey man, y'all know that woman ain't gonna sit down. This woman
Oh
came
no.
to win. She came to win.
Oh no, we know she ain't gonna sit down. As a matter of fact, the picture just tripped me out because the picture looked like a their 90s R&B group signed by Death Row.
Hey, but don't it look like it's sitting the message?
Yeah, she gonna walk them dogs.
Yeah,
Who let them dogs out?
It looked like she's sending a message in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
I believe this woman been waiting for the closing arguments because I mean I think she felt like she already had won, because man, they done messed up so much. She like, yeah, I've been waiting for this move. So man, I believe she's gonna
Listen, in her mind, she probably like the moment that they all been waiting for. What is she thinking like that, y'all?
She better be for the money we paid her.
We don't put that money on the table, baby.
Okay, so Parch is a female. I do apologize, Parch. Did y'all hear what happened to the rapper PNB Rock? He dead, ain't it? Wait a minute. Yeah, I think he did. He got shot. Wait a minute. Did y'all hear what happened to rapper PNB Rock?
They trying to say
he got shot.
Girlfriend. No, they trying to say his girlfriend set him up. She the one who posted the location.
Oh shit.
About did, because you got to look at it, family. Listen, what do we report on? Like literally, what do we talk about, family? The demise of these men are what? The spirit of Jezebel, right? Y'all better wake up now. Hey, these women are not, listen to me, family. These women are not what they used to be, family. The spirit of Jezebel is riding on an all-time high. Okay?
Yep.
You got a woman got their hand in something pertaining to the demise of these men. Please hear me out. Because what has happened is they have pit the women against the men. Please hear me out, fam.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead. I'll say this also. To me, when Bonjean gives her closing statement, her closing statement is not going to be the closing statement for this trial only. I believe what she's going to do, her closing statement is going to be for this trial, but her closing statement is going to be set. So it's going to be set on the table for the appellate court.
For the appellate court, yes. And guess what? When she make this the closing, guess what? She gonna hit that fucking New York too. Listen to me, y'all. When she hit that shit and when she come, she gonna hit at New York too. Please hear me. The girl bad now. She know what the fuck she doing.
Right.
That's why she did that appeal. So she already knows she got this shit in the bag in Chicago. So automatically turn that bitch around. Yeah, ain't that no different how y'all found him guilty in New York, but he's not guilty in Chicago with the same fucking shit.
Her closing argument is going to set the table for the appellate court.
But
that's what she's going to do.
Yeah.
So even if some BS come out and they find out that and they somehow some way find him guilty, what's going to wind up happening? It's going to be so much information that's already out. The injustice that's on him is going to shine brighter after the Chicago trial than it did in New York.
Amen, J-Rock. But guess what? Because listen, in the lives way ahead, like some lives that we talked about, his rights being violated. We know the rights that they have violated and pertaining to R.Kelly. All the unconstitutional, for one, they violated when the judge took it upon himself with the same day of jury selection, and just like the head with it. Look at this young lady who stated that she seen all it. It was supposed to be like that. You know that. You get what I'm saying? So, listen, they got automatically, he gonna win. I mean, God does things for a reason. It's way up there. Okay, so Trey Lynn. Okay, so they still talking about PNB tick shot in a robbery attempt at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Okay, so Trey Lynn, she says gladiator lawyer / pit bull. Absolutely, babe. Absolutely. But y'all, yes. So I'm thinking like going in tomorrow, like y'all, I'm so ready to sweat 9 o'clock. I don't know what to do. I'm sweating 9 o'clock, family. Y'all sweating it? Because I'm sweating it.
You better take your ass to sleep.
Girl, I'm going to go to sleep. Listen, I had a great weekend, y'all. Like, I done got rested up, girl. Massages, rest. Like, I had a blast the weekend. And I'm rested up.
It's on and popping then, baby.
All right. I said I'm sweating 9 o'clock. So when y'all think, like, the closing arguments, everything gonna be done, and when the jury gonna come back with whatever.
By midday tomorrow. By lunchtime, they all gonna be going home.
Midday tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
I seen they said midday tomorrow. So that's what time the judge said. So how is it that you already predicting they gonna be quick with coming back with a not guilty?
Because they not with the verdict, but the closing arguments.
That's but when it comes to the verdict, like how long you all think? Do you think?
The verdict? I'm hoping for longer this time. I don't know. I hope for at least 4 or 5 days.
Do you think shorter verdict is good or longer verdict?
Shorter in New York, it wasn't so good.
I mean, you never know, especially if they didn't listen to it. Like when they go in there and they had the evidence presented, what's not there, just not there.
Right, and also let's not forget the jury was supposed to be sequestered, but then they weren't sequestered.
They wasn't.
It was over the weekend, and all of a sudden they get to go home. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, what?
Yeah, remember I was talking about that, child, because that's what I was seeing. But I'm like, huh? So they went head on and let them go. That's what I was talking about, family, when I was like the weekend. Yeah. So, like I said, y'all, we waiting, baby. So what y'all?
All I know is I'm on my edge of my seat, but I will be sleeping now. I don't know about no sleep.
Girl, I'm in there deep. Tips little too. I'm in there deep, big. I'm in that deep because
Oh, that's how I was the first case, and I think the second one, I'm just like, you know what? They don't play so many goddamn games.
because yes, because me personally, family, like if I were there and I was a juror, I mean, just sitting there listening and taking notes. Therefore, when you do get the evidence, when the evidence is presented to you, however, you sitting there, you've already listened to it, you've already taken notes. Like, so, okay, so how is it that you, the government said they had certain amount of witnesses, certain amount of tapes, nothing has been proven? Like, come on, like my mind already made up. So when they bring the evidence in that they already went over from the government side to the defense side, I already got my notes and I'm questioning a lot of shit. So I got my answer, right?
Right, but then you got to remember, we might have people like, what's that girl named Pretty, whatever that was in the chat. That could,
Yeah, cause she blind. Her don't know no better.
she ain't blind. She just a
Yeah,
typical
you right. She ain't blind. She just,
blind. She's been brainwashed, and
yeah.
she has no faith. She has no faith either. So
Her unconscious over there.
But you know the
Her
funny part,
unconscious.
but you know the funny part about that, I actually addressed a few statements to her, but she never addressed me.
Exactly. It's because you want to know why she never addressed him, J Rock. It's because her mind is already made up. She ain't studying else. She pretty much already got her mind made up and it's set just what the media said, the fake media, the false media, just what the people said. She already got it made up in her mind and her heart. West. She the type that she not gonna even go and look to read to see what it's with. She already got it made up. He guilty in her eyes just by what they see.
Yeah. Or could it be the fact that the stuff I brought up, she didn't know nothing about, and she can't come back what I said.
Cause guess what? I seen it. She was not answering your questions for shit. She just was worried about me being a victim when
and
I was,
me, yeah.
she was worried about boss lady, and boss lady gonna keep it real and kept it real for here. Okay. She worried about boss lady and what I went through, and when I went through what I went through. But I seen you asking her, you kept asking her questions. Okay, and she never did answer. Okay.
But see, I'm not surprised. I had a whole lot of people done that because when I one lady said that I remember I had a discussion with one lady in a chat room on another platform, and she was saying that well I got granddaughters, so I got granddaughters, so I would never support them. So I said well okay, that's your right, but I just hope that when you have grandsons and they get hit with false allegations, that you keep that same.
You had that same energy.
And
don't be posting GoFundMe for me to help y'all with y'all case, because I can't.
And she did not like that when I said that, because she came back and said, "What do you mean by false allegations?" And I told her, and I told her straight up, and I was dead serious when I said that. I said you really don't want to walk down this road with me, because I said once you walk down this road with me, there ain't no coming back.
Aye.
And she was like, well, you can believe whatever you want to be. I'll be whatever I'll believe it. But then I dropped the facts on Demetrius Smith and what happened with Lafayette, Louisiana, and how that Leah marriage and how all that was tied up. Mm-hmm. She did not come back. She ain't never come back. She ain't never come back. She said, and the people in the chat was like, "Dang, she didn't come back." I was like,
"Yeah, because she misinformed. She don't know shit." Misinformed, but then when they misinform, got the audacity. When they misinform, they have the audacity to get up there and challenge a person that is informed and do the research and know what's what. How dare you? They got some type of nerves, though, right?
Yep, they know. They know. And see, and a lot of these celebrities, I believe a lot of these so-called black celebrities, they know the BS, and a lot of them know.
And they won't speak on it. You want to know why they won't speak on it?
Because it's going to wind up impacting their careers if they do.
Oh, okay. Stay woke. Well, stay conscious. I ain't going to say stay woke. Stay conscious. A lot of them want to speak out. Okay?
And see,
They only speak out when they get mad and do something to them and whatever. Like look at the little guy NBA young boy. He started speaking out against a lot of stuff. Then look at Lil Nas X. He started speaking out on a lot. But see, they only speak out when it affect them. So you had to get angry because they wouldn't let you about the little hip hop the awards or whatever that you was not a nominee for award, so you got angry and then you begin to speak out and talk. You know what I'm saying? So why wait till you don't get it your way and then begin to speak when this shit go on all the time? Okay, you wait till you got a problem when they start blackballing you doing all that. Now you want to speak. Oh motherfucker, now you on the side where we the people at. Then you want to talk about it. But if not, guess what? We gonna roll with this shit if y'all ain't, blackballing me or pissing me off. It's whatever, and I'm rocking. But when they piss you off, then you speak on it.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna dip on out, but I just want to come on through and show y'all some love and get on the panel and whatnot. But I appreciate y'all once again, like always.
Okay, thank you so much, J Rock, for coming to the panel. We appreciate you, love, and also love. Anytime you feel like it, you just come on up to the panel. Whenever we're here and we're live tomorrow, gonna be very interesting. So you just hit that link and then be able to come up. We thank you so much for tuning in, love.
Thank you, J Rock.
Blessings to you, J Rock. Thank you.
Oh, for sure. Appreciate all y'all, and y'all have a good night.
You too, babe. All right. Shout out to J Rock. Shout out to Mr. Sir Miguel. Shout out to them kings for coming to the panel. We thank you all so much for keeping it real and the truth. Okay, so Corey says, you're going to find out I'm right. Hung jury is so much confusing in this case. A lot of jurors are going to be confused. Man, listen, I don't see how. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Corey, but I don't see how. Why would they be confused when the shit right there is up in the air? It's up in this stuff. Like, you pretty much looking at this shit. I told you, like, if I was a juror, I was there. And I'm all attentive, like I'm paying attention, I'm listening, I'm taking my notes. And guess what? When I go home and I study, I'm like, nah, man, they ain't showed us shit. Like, I don't see this. I don't see this. Like, it's nothing to be confused about. Like, if we the people sitting back here, we see what they doing, what they're saying, how the witnesses then got up there and lied. We see all this. Okay, so pretty much, J-Rock, you trying to say that they don't see the forest from the trees because they right there in the courthouse. Is that what you're saying, J-Rock? That they don't see the forest from the trees because they in there, so they not going. Is that what you trying to say? I mean, not J-Rock, my apology, Corey.
Corey. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, Mr. Corey, my boy Corey. So is that what he trying to say, Mr. Terry, that they don't see the forest from the trees? Because it's quite obvious.
Yeah, I think because at the same time, yeah. Go ahead, Tip.
What you said, Tip?
Not if they have prejudgment.
Exactly. And it ain't hard.
Oh, that was on the table all day. When this case started back up, prejudgment started before the case started. So, I mean, and you looking at everything that, what I'm saying, that the government and the prosecutor try to bring to the table, you ain't do nothing but bring up a whole bunch of lies. Nobody could remember the story. Everybody's pointing the finger, now it's this and that. Come on, man. The man is being railroaded. He got robbed for his money, and he wasn't even blindfolded. His eyes were wide open, but he had no knowledge. They use him for his disability. All shit, just, what I'm saying, it's pointing back at everybody. Kells is the real victim in this shit, and it's sad to say. And at the same time, everybody gets what they deserve. So if, what I'm saying, I think old girl is going to handle her business tomorrow. She's right now, I call her a silent killer. She say what she say, she shoot, and she'll sit back. She don't pull that next trigger until she needs to. And at the same time, I think everybody need to get a taste of their own medicine. They brought a lot of dirt to the table that they opened up on their behalf, not Kells. You opened up a lot of doors on your half. So at the same time, me as a jury, you playing the field, you playing both sides, and now you're trying to win. I couldn't go with the verdict of finding them guilty if I was on the jury. That's my
Me
opinion.
either. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Terry. Me either. Because, like I said, if we sitting here and we hear all of this, we see all of this, we know what we know. That's it's just not guilty for me. Why should it be a hung jury? Why should it be into this when you clearly see this shit? Like, no.
Definitely, because you didn't bring no facts to the table. What you know, what I'm saying that what allegedly evidence that you said that you had against him. I mean, how you gonna have an old tape that's been doctored and went through a million damn hands, whoever know about the situation, and you trying to prove that this man? Come on, man.
And
Y'all
absolutely.
really that listen to me. Powers the Beast shut his ass down.
Mm.
I think they played a hand in it, my opinion, allegedly, but at the same time, they didn't use their self in particular. They use his wrongs to bring this back up, but they have a hand in this too. So,
I
you
was
know what I
just
mean?
say something. Allegedly, guess what? Well, ain't no fucking allegedly. We the people see what they done did. Baby, listen here. They didn't goddamn found this man not guilty and waited some more years and came back with the same shit but worded different. This the same bullshit. Double jeopardy than a motherfucker. This is the same.
Facts. I was about to say that. Double jeopardy. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you see how they playing it because let me ask you this: anybody who know
The games
anybody
that
in
they
jail,
play.
I mean, they play
But
some
Mr.
hellified
Terry,
games.
that's your question. Didn't they say this, the feds will sit back and watch you for however long, let you do everything and whatever?
Thank you. That's their
So what
job.
happened? What happened?
The shit went loot ways in some kind of way. I think a couple of them fell into his limelight. So so hey, at the same time, I look at it this way: the only way they can actually get this man back is just trying to tear down his character, what little bit that he had, because he didn't have much throughout the whole ordeal. Believe me, one thing I can say: God really had him covered. Everybody might not understand that. I don't care if you do or you don't, but you got to understand he had something none of us had.
Man, the government is wicked. Wicked money.
Yeah, big
They
time.
wicked money.
But at the same time, look at it this way too, boss lady. If now I do see why they're trying to fuck with his little comment. When the last time you know anybody that was in jail that what I'm saying, besides not being a star, that they go and fuck with your commissary money because they want to quote unquote say you owe restitution?
Guess
Who
what?
does that?
Hey, they've been doing recalls left and right. They done boom, what you call it? Boom dazzled. They done boom dazzled goddamn the whole.
R.Kelly tried to tell them they were coming for all of them.
Yeah, he did. He sure did. So guess what? They been doing all type of shit. They said what the boy is Thugger. Say he done killed and did this and did this and did that. He ain't been found guilty, but they ain't touching him. Last I heard, the government froze the accounts. The sister was on YouTube. She was on YouTube begging, saying allegedly like she can't get no money, asking people to send her some money.
Yeah, I figured it was a matter of time because I've been watching the ins and outs on it and stuff, but they said they've been, saying tapped on him for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure,
And they
allegedly, but it
still
was like
ain't
he's
tapped in
busy.
on him. Let me tell you something, Mr. Terry. They're still not tapped in on him because guess what? If they going according to his lyrics and what he rap and what he say. But however, according to the evidence, no. According to evidence, no, they have nothing. They don't have nothing on him but what he say in his lyrics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I
They
agree
don't
with you
have nothing
100%.
on him.
Yeah, they trying to say that they say they be having wiretaps, they know about the burners and stuff. But what they said they told the truth about what it was because I read between all the bullshit. Them boys know how to use them phones, and they never had no video, no conversation on their phone, no nothing they had.
Listen though, Mr. Terry, even when it came to about the cellular phone, allegedly feds dropped the phone in there by drone and let one of the snitches or whoever get in and they use it or whatever and got caught up. Now, ain't none of that in play. They like, okay, so where the phone is, what it is. They slap it. Here we go once again. The feds. Hold on, you say you got stuff on this guy from what how many years ago? Since 2012? Make it make sense. So you supposed to be at, they got nothing on the man, okay? I'm just saying.
Like you said, they're using the Rico for a messed up where they're going off the lyrics. I'm like, shit, if that's the case, man, all the rappers supposed to be locked up a long time ago. I mean, I ain't lying. So, I mean, like you said, the government, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got nothing going on but, you know what I'm saying, to waste taxpayer time and money. And just, you know what I'm saying, they just a joke. And the world, we seeing it.
Real, Mr. Terry, we're going to keep this shit real. We all know who the monsters is in 2022. It's the fucking government. The fucking police. That's the mob, okay?
Yeah.
On all levels. They convicting and trying to convict people everyday life on what they doing. Okay, boss lady, shut up. They got this shit. They got this shit just like the defects and the child, what they call them shit. Child
welfare,
and all that shit they got going on. Hush, boss lady.
It's all the control factor.
They trafficking children too legally.
Man.
Shut up, boss lady.
More things beside the kids, boss lady. That almighty dollar bill traffic just as fast as them children.
All right. So we have Corey. Corey said feds have ways to make a lie seem believable. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's their job. Why you think? Listen here, man. Why you think the movies have so much of intel that they can put it on there? They just give you half of them. Just imagine. Use your third eye, bro. They go deeper.
Okay,
so build the soil up on top of your grass and let your grass still look like it's laying flat, and all your soil is gone. That's how deep the government get in your business, bro. It can mess you up.
So we have someone new in the chat, by the name of Say It Anyway. Say It Anyway. Thank you so much for tuning in to Truth Be Told, love. We thank you so much. We ask that you hit that like button. You already come in, sub to our channel as well as share. Okay, so here go Corey. Corey said, I'm come back and you going to publicly say I was right, jury. The jury not seeing it our
Corey
way.
ain't playing with you.
Baby, Corey, do not let up, baby. Listen here, because I'm going to hold his ass to that leg shaking. And guess what, Corey? If it does happen like that, I got you, boo. I keep it real over here, baby. I be like, man, Corey said that shit. But it is what it is. So the government
if boss lady's right, you gonna come up on this panel and do
and he gonna be
same thing.
He gonna be up here dancing with me, babe, because he gonna do that dance shaking and he gonna cut that camera on. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
You gonna be up on here. Yeah, don't bring nothing to the table with Truth Be Told and you can't show your face. We're gonna let you type all you want to, but when that challenge come on, baby, you got to bring it up.
Come on now, family. He gonna have to come up here because he said it. I'm holding you to that, baby. We heard what you said, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so also Corey says the government painted R.Kelly as monster and using emotional trickery to confuse and bamboozle the jury. Absolutely, Corey. But if they are conscious and aware and understand and know a duck is a fucking duck when it walk, when it swim and quack and it's not a fucking rooster, then they know the bullshit. Can't nobody piss on it. True that. So I ask everybody in the comment section, everybody that's tuned in right now, please hit that like button. You all are coming in the comment section already. I ask that you share and sub to our channel. Please hit that like button, family. Truth. Okay, so he was talking about that. So he said, Truth, I'm coming back on here and rub in. I was right and tear me apart.
True that. We'll hold you to it then.
So thank
you. Corey want that whole jury.
Yes. Corey focused on that hung, baby. Corey like hung jury. Hung jury. He gonna type that thing about 3-4 times.
You know it.
So say it anyway. I don't know if that's my girl or my guy. So say it anyway. Said done. Thank you so much, love, for hitting the like button. Come in, share, as well as subbing to our channel. Oh, thank you so much, love. She said she loved commentary. Okay, we thank you so much. Say it anyway. So a hung jury is considered a win in a federal case. Keep that in mind too. Duh. Yeah, He's asking me, am I coming on tomorrow?
I just
Corey,
read that as well. Come on, Corey. We here, baby.
Corey been here with us since day one.
Monday
Really like
through
a day one.
Friday.
Like Corey's really like a day one. And every time we come on, he is in the comment section. And he got the audacity to say, are we coming on tomorrow? Yes, Corey. Let me repeat. Corey, we go live Monday through Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Friday at 9 p.m. That's Monday through Friday. So, Caleb, we do not do live on the weekends. You know, we don't come on the weekend, but you know, all is well, love. Yes, we will be here tomorrow. So we also have Clubhouse family. If you all do not have the Clubhouse app, we ask that you please download the Clubhouse app. Mister, if you can hear me, or either Mr. Bass, can you all drop the Clubhouse link, please? You all, if you all would like to, if you all would want to, you all can download the Clubhouse app. Come and kick it with us in Clubhouse as we continue to discuss the chaos case, as well as we may get off topic and talk about other things like we did on the panel today. But however, what's in Clubhouse stays in Clubhouse. So we thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We thank y'all so much, and we will be tuned in again on tomorrow, here this time at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So we thank you all so much for coming in. We ask that also when you all leave out to please hit the like button, comment, share, and sub to our channel, please. Once again, Mr. has dropped that Clubhouse link. If you all would like, please come into the Clubhouse, because when we leave here, we go to the Clubhouse. But we thank you all so much for tuning in, and we see you all again on tomorrow night. You all have a blessed, it's morning here where I'm at. So you all have a blessed morning, and we thank you all so much for tuning in. Blessings to each and every last one of you all. Good night. Well, good morning.
True that. We love y'all. Great show, love.
Yeah, of course. Good night. Bonjour, love this show. We love you too, Corey.
Yeah, Corey said bonjour.
Thank you so much to everybody new that has also joined the panel. Like our girl, I don't know if it's our girl or our guy, say it anyway. We thank you so much for tuning in to our channel, along with the other new ones that has also came into the Truth Be Told family and like, comment, sub, and shared our channel. So we thank you all so much. Once again, good morning, everyone, / good night. Y'all have a blessed one. All right, all right, all right. Chorus still hollering good night.
Yeah. Corey was on that thing tonight, wasn't he?
Yes. Also, thanks to my moderators. Thank you, moderators. I love you, ladies. Please, thank you all so much. Good night, babe. Well, good morning / good night. Thank you all, panel.